The game should load up in about 3 seconds. That was good, wasn't it? Hello, folks. How's it going? How are we doing? We alright? How are the levels? Music down, up, left, right? No? Anything? No? It's just us today. It's just Twitch. I can't be arsed streaming on YouTube. I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little bit low energy. I don't want to have to deal with bro play and not unironically at least, and like, what do you prefer, India or Pakistan, and questions like that. I'm a bit high up, aren't I? I've moved my chair up, hand to mouse and so on. Yeah, there's a time and a place, and this is not the time or the place. I want to have a chat today, folks. I want to have a nice chat. That's all right. Who have we got? We've got Leopard. Welcome, Leopard. Welcome, Gundy. Welcome, Fruits. Welcome, Knocknell. Welcome, Nightlights. Welcome, Adam. Welcome, Kyle. Welcome in Wisecrack. Good to see you. Is that everyone? I might have missed someone. I'm so sorry. Gundy got a Squid Game KFC ad. Very interesting. That's bizarre. I hope you're doing good. Hope you've had a good couple of weeks. Hope you all survived without me. I'm only going to be off for a couple of hours today, folks, if that. I've bought a thermometer that I've just got in my room, and it turns out when I play Minecraft, it gets very, very hot. It's already 24 degrees in here. Yesterday it got up to 28.5 degrees, which is a lot considering it's a small room, and also it was only like 19 degrees out yesterday. So, Lewis Capaldi is coming back today. I don't know what that means, Leopard. Where did he go? Where did he go anywhere? Didn't know that. Maybe you're both him. I don't know how I feel about that, Leopard. I don't particularly like Lewis Capaldi. I think I said it in that stream I did a couple of weeks ago when I had to listen to that song that he did. I thought, fucking awful. Really, really bad song. Terrible stuff. I've missed you too, Wisecrack. I've not been on Twitch at all, really, for like 2 and a bit weeks. I've been really busy, folks. Not really busy, but busy to the point where I don't want to come on Twitch and have a chat with people. Sort of busy. I've just been sort of like winding down days on Minecraft a little bit. I've also got some Japanese music on today, folks. It is a bit sort of Fisher-Price Westerner listens to Japanese music for the first time sort of playlist, but I don't really care. It's good music. It's nice to listen to, isn't it? It's easy listening. It's not easy listening, but I've been alright, yeah, I've been alright. I've just been a busy bee. What we're going to do today, folks, in Minecraft, we're just going to have a bit of a walkabout while I have a chat. And then once we've sort of finished the chat, I might start building something, possibly. Maybe. We'll see. So we're literally just going to have a walk around, if that's okay with you all. In fact, let's go this way. I've built this train line in the last week or so. So we'll walk down it. Might be quite nice. Hopefully the game doesn't lag too much or anything like that. You get your big bro moved all right last night, mate. I don't know what that means, Leopard, but you're not talking to me, so I'll just ignore that. It's fine. I didn't realise, sorry. I look like him, but don't fuck with his music. Yeah, I'm sure he's an alright fella. Like, it's just I heard that one song of his, and I just went, oh, Jesus. I thought he was better than that. I thought he was above that, to be honest with you. But whatever. Only merit Lewis Capaldi has is it's related to the GOAT, Peter Capaldi. I did see that. Yeah, in that music video, Peter Capaldi was in it. I was like, I didn't want to assume, because it sounds a bit sort of dodgy when I sort of assume that all Scottish people are related. It's a bit problematic for me as an English person to sort of make that sort of assumption. But it turns out they are, and it's true. So, no, I mean Peter Capaldi and Lewis Capaldi, not like all Scottish people. So, good save already. 10 minutes in, and I've already upset the Scottish people. I'm so sorry. Danger's my brother. Remember that's real? Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that, Wisecrack. You've gone back into Ark, still plays like us. I don't think I've ever played Ark. I was looking recently at like the biggest selling games of all time, and Ark was like 4th or 5th, and I was like, I've never even gone close to touching that game. I was very surprised that it was so high up on that list, but it just shows I'm not a big gamer, I suppose. Did I fact check by any chance? I did, yeah. It was on Wikipedia, which means it must be true, famously. That's how it works. Ark's huge. Yeah, Ark is huge. Ark is huge. It's crazy, isn't it? Weird. Little trees here. Is this fan base largely in China? Quite possibly. I haven't got a clue, Knights. You're asking the wrong person, mate. For someone who's just literally just said, I don't really know anything about the game, you're asking me a question there that I'm not going to know the answer to. I'm sorry. I want to serve with my friends who just play it for the fun of it. It's terribly optimized. Speaking of terribly optimized, we're playing Minecraft today, folks. I've got Distant Horizons on, though, which makes the game look so much nicer. Looks so much better, doesn't it? What have I been up to for the last couple of weeks, folks? I've been... nothing interesting, I'll be honest with you. Literally nothing interesting. We'll walk down this line, because if we get run over, it'll come towards us. We won't get run over from behind, which is fine. Runs worse than modded Minecraft. That is fucking something. That is something. Like, I built this tunnel as well. Got a lovely little room of lava there. For anyone who just wants to like jump in there. Which is nice. What have I been up to? I had a couple of hospital appointments. Not particularly interesting. Not particularly bad. They were fine. The fellow who was doing the sort of procedures was absolutely lovely, to be fair. I need to get in touch with him about that. I actually want to ring up and be like, can you like give him a raise, or like can you give him a award or something like that? Because he was really fucking good. But yeah, still not got the results back though. I'm gonna have to ring them up at some point for them to tell me to fuck off again. That was good. That happened last time in February when I had a result. I've still not got the result for that. I had to test in February. They're still not giving me a result for it. They've got it and they just won't tell me it, which is good. Surviving in Leeds. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright in Leeds actually, to be fair. Fucking hell. Had an issue where your FPS randomly dropped to 1 FPS for 2 minutes. Fucking hell, I couldn't deal with that. I mean, I like jank in my games, but there's a difference between jank and like actually the game just being a little bit fucking unplayable. You know. But yeah. What else have I been up to? What have I been up to, folks? Hashtag men's mental health. I've been having some therapy. I did talk about that a couple of weeks ago. I started about 4 or 5 weeks ago. But it's quite interesting because the last time I had therapy, I had counselling. I'm not going to get too into this, of course, because one of my main chat rules is keep it light, and I want to keep it nice and light for you folks. But when I had counselling, it was alright because it's just sort of me talking, and they just sort of listen and then sort of frame things in a different way for you, and then you go, oh yeah, that's a good point, that. Maybe I've been thinking this wrong my whole life, sort of thing. It is a long tunnel. That it does go under a massive mountain range here, though, which you can't see because I'm under the fucking tunnel. There you go. It does go under that. There's a village here as well. Oh, the train's coming. Look. Is the game quiet? It is on max volume, I believe. It is on master volume, 100%. Yeah. So the last time I had therapy, it was all right. It was quite easy. I came out of it always feeling better than I went into it. Whereas this one's a little bit difficult. You've got like home tasks, so it's a home task, like homework basically that you've got to do. Which is a little bit like mentally draining almost. And also the sessions are fucking mentally draining. They do that thing where they just hashtag men's mental health once again, folks, where they just sort of prod and poke. Excuse fingers, by the way. I'm just gonna make it rain for a bit. I just start asking uncomfortable questions, and I don't like that. I had a little bit of a. Have you ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? When Frank has like a therapy session, and he's like, "My mind is Fort Knox. You're not getting in here." And she asks like a simple question, and then he fucking loses it and goes like, "You unzipped me." It's all coming back. If you've seen that, it was a little bit like that. I on Wednesdays I go. So last Wednesday was a little bit like that. It was quite uncomfortable. Didn't really like it, but I've got to do it. I don't have to do it, but I should do it because it's good for me. Do you know what I mean? This place is called High Bixby, by the way, because my phone's going to go off now. Oh, it didn't go off. That's good. High Bixby. No, so I was just testing, mate. You didn't hear me the first time, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I didn't understand that.
Okay. Fucking hell. You can get killed by the train. Yes, you can. I'm in creative though, so I can't. Not right now. But you can get killed by the train. Yes, I've been killed by the train several times before, Kyle. It's very easy actually because they do sneak up on you quite a bit. Got a little level crossing here that I'm gonna set up at some point with like a little. Fucking hell, I can't get over that. A little sort of pedestrian sign thing, which will be good, maybe. The game is quiet, but there's not a lot I can do about that, I don't think, unless there's specifically like it's quiet in volume mixer or something. I think the game is just quiet because there's not a lot going on. You can get killed by the train, look. I mean, it didn't kill me that time, but if it's going a lot faster and it knocks you off a cliff or whatever, it does kill you. I've been in therapy like 9 months now. Pretty fucking good. I mentioned they've helped me understand something a bit profound about myself. Yeah, it is good for that sort of stuff. It can get a little bit uncomfortable, but that's sort of, it's like pulling the plaster off. Do you know what I mean? You've got to do that sort of thing. You've got to be a little bit uncomfortable. Otherwise, you're just having a chat with someone, and that's quite pointless. You just fucking go on Twitch and do that. Which is what I do. How often do you talk about Twitch chat in therapy? It comes up every week, Adam, and I'm not even joking about that. Like, Twitch comes up every week because it's quite a big part of my identity, I suppose. Because it was like a thing that I did as work for 3 years, basically. And it feels very funny saying that. And I was saying to her that I get a lot of sort of imposter syndrome about that, calling it work, because people don't treat it as work. And when I talk to people in real life about Twitch, they don't know what it is. And I just feel a bit uneasy about it. So it does come up quite often. But I said it gives me a sense of purpose doing this. So it's nice. You know, welcome in, chappers. How's it going? Good to see you. I love getting unzipped by a medical professional, says Wisecrack. Too right, mate. Too right. No, I mean, this fellow was called John Casey. And he was probably in his 50s. A little bit bald. Grey hair. If that's your sort of thing, Wisecrack, that's fair enough, mate. Did I ever tell you about the first time I went? Did 10 sessions, and the therapist went, well, that's great, we can finish up there. Well, they did that with me the first time, because there's a maximum limit to it. The counselling that I had was 12 weeks max, and I did all 12 weeks. This one that I'm doing, it's CBT, if anyone's familiar with that. Not the good kind, before anyone makes that joke. It's 12 to 15 weeks, and I'm already 4 weeks in, and we've only just got to like a point where we're going into like quite deep, sort of like deep-rooted, like, oh, I've been thinking about this in this particular way my whole life, and it turns out that that's not a good thing, sort of thing. Because I think the first 3 weeks she was sort of like digging around trying to figure out what was wrong with me, because when I just have a chat with people I come across as being alright, but it turns out it's actually like my mindset for a lot of things is quite sort of warped. Like I said, I don't want to get too into it because it gets a bit fucking heavy, but it's good for that. Do you know what I mean? Because CBT is about changing your behaviours, and your behaviours can change your thoughts to an extent. So, you know, like I said, it's a bit fucking heavy, but it's a bit rough. Like, I came out of it on Wednesday, and I just, fucking hell, that was rough. It took me basically all of yesterday as well to sort of like, wouldn't I calm down from it, but sort of decompress from it, because it was a little bit, I didn't like it, but it is what it is. Gets me out of the house, doesn't it? It's a little walk. It's by the Royal Armouries in Leeds. It's not far from the Royal Armouries in Leeds. So it's like a 20-minute odd walk from the train station, which is quite nice when it's hot out and it's like 20 odd degrees. There's a Cafe Nero on the way. I've got a £1 reward thing where I get a £1 coffee every week. I've been getting these strawberries and white chocolate frappe things. Absolutely gorgeous. Really good. I've done a little train station here, folks. It's not built yet, but the idea is where this campfire is, a lift is going to go down. And down at the bottom of this is a stronghold. And I'm going to make it like a little touristy destination. I'm going to have loads of little trainers and stuff down there because it's untouched. So that'll be good, won't it? That'll be nice. That'll be one of my new little battle areas, like the monument and stuff. I'll show you the monument in a bit, folks, as well. I also built this train yard yesterday, which I quite like. Can't really see it in the dark, though. I might go to sleep. On a floating bed. Used to do therapy, didn't help me too much, but it was very eye-opening. I think me maturing a bit helped. Yeah. It doesn't, I think the thing with therapy is people, I expected the first time that I went to sort of go in and tell them something and they'd go, here's the answer for you. And I'd go, oh, brilliant, thanks. It doesn't work like that. It's like they give you the building blocks to sort of figure it out for yourself almost. Which I quite like because it adds a little bit of accountability to it, which I kind of need, I think. I built this train yard yesterday, little train depot. What do we think, folks? It's not done yet. It's nowhere near done yet, but it's getting there. I quite like it. I quite like this thing I've done here where you can sort of go underneath the track. And so you can do maintenance underneath the train sort of thing. I think that's quite a good idea. Fruits built this yesterday. Someone was asking about building a Czech train, like from the Czech Republic, and then Fruits did it yesterday. I can't remember what it's called exactly. It's a load of letters and numbers. It's a little freight sort of loco. Not train, it's a loco. Yeah, it was quite nice. I quite enjoyed building this yesterday. It's not amazing by any stretch of the imagination. It looks better on the outside than it does on the inside, because on the outside it's sort of all, it's layers and sliders and stuff like that, and there's a little bit more texture to it. You see what I mean? Which I quite like. Did some therapy a long time ago, and it felt like they wouldn't get anything out of me, but then they did, and I felt like a weight had shifted. It is like that, isn't it, Lep? It is like that. I think I'm a bit too. It takes me a few weeks to get into, like, actually getting into the stuff that needs talking about. Oh, that's weird. Because I tend to go in and just sort of like, I treat it like I'm just having a chat with someone, and I just imagine like eventually they'll get to the bit that they want to talk about. They'll find what's wrong, sort of thing. But it sort of means that the first 2 sessions I'm just sat there telling jokes. Which isn't fantastic. But so the idea is here that I'm going to do a loop going around this probably, and then also meet up around here, and then probably have this line come down here, and God knows where. We might build a quarry here. So we might do like a little freight service that goes down here or something like that. It might be quite interesting, but I've not done that yet. So that's not a thing that we're doing. That decade we banned was 1 whole session. Oh right, yeah. So I didn't understand what you meant for a second then. Yeah, no, I've had fucking whole sessions talking about fucking people in here before. Not anyone that's in here right now, mind you, or anyone that's been in this chat for the past like 3 years. But I have had it before where I've just been like, it was fucking exhausting me. That's old news, so that's old stream lore. It needs doing. It does. It does. It fucking wrecked me, that sort of thing. I got proper anxious from it. Should we wait for the dart here, and then we'll take the train down to... Don't ignore these concrete blocks. They are there for a reason. We'll take the train down to... We'll hop off at somewhere else. I don't know. Fuck it. Good here, thank you. How are you? I'm doing alright, thank you, chappers. I'm doing alright, thank you. Find my demand avoidance kicks in very, very hard when someone tries to CBT me. What's demand avoidance, Fruits? I've not heard that term before, but it sounds like something that I might have to bring up in my next session, because it sounds like something. If it is what I think it is, then it's like me to a T. Possibly, maybe. It's a bit weird though, because they just... The way she's lovely, like, and she actually apologized at the end of last session because she was like, I hope it doesn't feel like I'm targeting you. Because she was sort of answering it, she was asking a question and I was getting a bit uncomfortable, but then she had to like keep digging, and I was just getting more and more uncomfortable, and she could fucking visibly see it. because I tend to do things when I'm uncomfortable. I tend to drink. If I've got a drink with me, when I'm uncomfortable, I tend to pick up the bottle and drink quite often. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I don't know if anyone's noticed that before, but like if I'm perfectly comfortable, I'm hands free. I'm not doing anything particularly. If I'm uncomfortable, I need something to do. Do you know what I mean? I also need to put some snow things here. Quite interesting that you can put light blocks, even if it's a light block of 0. You can just put a light block of 0 here, and snow will never land on that again. Even though it's just a 0 light block, it's an invisible light block. If you look away from it, there you go. It just turns invisible unless you're holding a light block. But it will not snow on there, which I find quite odd. I found that out yesterday. Sorry to hear that Duck CBT can be a bit intense, but hopefully it feels like it's helping. Oh, it is helping. It's just that sort of thing, chappers, where it's just like it's rough. It's rough, but it does help. I'm only like 4 or 5 sessions in, so I've got like another 8 or 10 to go. One of the nicest buildings on the server. I don't know about that night lights, but thank you. Goggles, man. It's yeah, the fucking train in there is goggles, man. It looks like it's. God, I'm so glad I can see that from here. By the way, that's fantastic, isn't it? I've been going to therapy for about 2 months now. Therapist pushes appointments once every 2 weeks to once every 3 weeks. Oh, that's all right, Kyle. Mine's still every week. Mine is still every week, which is fine. I don't mind it. It's a bit of routine. I'm very routine based as well, so it kind of helps me in that regard. Which is nice. Pressure on healthcare is real, yeah. I'll drop it. Oh, thank you, Fruits. I'll take a look at this. Oh, not now, like, but I will take a look at it. Leading to discomfort, it's where healing lives. Yeah, that's what I like it. I almost sort of like it. That sounds a bit fucking weird, but like, it's good that it's making. I feel good that it's doing that. I feel bad, but I also feel good because I know that it's helping. I know that I've got to like talk about these things. Otherwise, it's never going to get solved, and I'm just going to fucking live with it for the rest of my life. Because there's no fucking chance I'm telling any of you people about it. I'll tell you that for free. So, yeah. I've noticed you putting bottles in your mouth when I'm in chat. Thought it was an attraction thing. It is that as well, Wisecrack, to be fair. I have just brushed my teeth, though, so I'm not going to have a drink for another hour or so, I don't think. Sorry, mate. I have got my glasses there, though. I like getting wee photos of your writings, too. Yeah, it's I like going out, because it's a nice walk. I've found a route to get there where you basically just go look through a load of back streets, but they're not awful back streets. They're like sort of nice, like pedestrianized. They look like they were probably previously one-way roads, but they've all been pedestrianized. And there's no one at 10:30 in the morning on a weekday. There's no one walking through them. And there's no cars nearby. It's so peaceful. There's a way you can go on the main road down by Crown Point, if anyone knows where that is. Or there's like this sort of way, and it's roughly a similar amount of time, but you just go along these back streets, and it's so peaceful and it's nice. I was saying I had a great time the other week, going down there because I had a little. It was a mango and passion fruit slushy sort of thing from Cafe Nero, and I was listening to full like New Vegas music, and it was fucking like 25 degrees out. Having a little stroll down a fucking deserted road in the shadow of the valley. It's nice. It's very nice. But yeah. What did I get up to? I'm so sorry. I like this sharing of successes. It's nice. I like chatting about this stuff. I don't like chatting about this stuff on TikTok, and well, YouTube's maybe not so bad, but especially not TikTok, because TikTok people get a bit fucking feral about this sort of thing. I'm not into that. I like it on Twitch. It's a little bit calmer. It's like Twitch is basically just like, you know, it's 90% just mates, isn't it? Whereas TikTok's like 2% mates and 98% people coming in for the first time and making a judgment immediately. And that's fine sometimes if I'm playing Pokemon, but if I'm sort of opening up about myself a little bit, and I'll put this on YouTube as well, and that's not a problem. We'll get to YouTube in a minute, folks. then that's also okay. I don't mind that, because if people aren't, you know, it's not the same. People aren't going to hate watch a VOD. There's no fucking point. It's a waste of time. People will hate watch a live stream though. Excuse me. In the office at the moment, so popping in and out, no problem. Knocknall, no problem. Don't worry about it. Big iron brew on your hip or something. I don't know. Adam, welcome in. That's good. I've not had an iron brew in ages. I might have to get one. I'm going into Leeds again tomorrow. I'm seeing my dad, so that'd be nice. I'm going to try and get more of these Nescafe coffee things that Ultra's got me hooked on. Because I've got some in B&M, but that was in Pudsey, and that's not a place I can get to via public transport. So where's this fucking train, by the way? Should we have a... Where's the little... Here we go. What train are we looking for? We're looking for Stronghold. Oh, you have to... Sorry, schedule board. Stronghold. I've not got any schedule boards in here yet. What time's that? Oh, so just after midnight. Or just before midnight, so we should be here in a minute then. It's an odd schedule there. I don't think it's right. Not to Fruits, I'm not sure the schedule's right. It constantly just says it's going to High Bixby. I mean, no, I wasn't told. It didn't know. That's weird that. It didn't recognise it. I was freaking anticipating it would do. You might be the courier. Love you succeeding, King. Thank you very much, Knocknall. Yeah, I'd love to be the courier. Just having a walk. I don't want to carry anything though. It's really nice to have a little bit of pedestrianised backstreet area. I'm having a bit of a being perceived outside problem at the moment, so I've been trying to Fallout New Vegas, protect my way through it all. To emptier spaces. Emptier spaces is nice for now, yeah. You just got to find them. I didn't know that street was there, and I didn't know it was going to be that quiet as well. It's just one of them things you just got to sort of find them. And there's a couple of little, I think it's called like Brewery Wharf or something like that. There's a couple of little cafes and stuff down that road as well, which is quite nice. Just a temporary thing. Don't mean to be like woes me, but oh, not all chappers. I wasn't getting that from you. Just a temporary thing doesn't mean. Oh no, I've just fucking read that. What I'm talking about. Can't imagine someone hating Unk. He's just a silly little guy. You'd be surprised, Knocknall. You'd be very surprised, mate. Going to a gig like that would be fun. Who are you seeing in Nottingham? Someone might have to have some lovely news about becoming a YouTube partner to share. We will get to that, Leopard. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about what that means or what it doesn't mean, because what it doesn't mean is basically anything. But we'll have a bit of a chat about that, because I don't really know how it works. So it's going to be a little adventure that we'll go through together, which would be quite nice. I have no idea, but somebody some hardcore band my friend's into, but he needed someone to go with. Oh, fair enough. I hope you enjoy it, chappers. I've not been to a gig in so long, for like 2017 or something. I can't do them anymore. They're too loud. They're too, what's the other word? Crowded. I've not got a big, like, I've not got a fear of that stuff, but I just get a little bit uncomfortable, and I just think to myself, there's no point in putting myself through that. Do you know what I mean? I'm on the wrong platform here, folks. Got to run down the subway before it fucking leaves again. I thought that was a Nixie tube then. It was a hoot hoot. The eyes look like Nixie tubes. Should we get in the driver's seat by the driver? This is Fruits built this the other day. This is a Dart, which is a train on the Dublin on like the Dublin network. It's quite nice. So a couple of other things, folks. You think there would be a place called Ingham for there to be a place called Nottingham? Yeah. Well, shouldn't it be Tingham? Adam, and not to fucking like correct your joke or anything like that. Or I'm trying to just build upon it. Should it not be Tingham? Why is the game so quiet? I don't. Is it because I've just got all the friendly? Oh, it's because I've got all the fucking creatures and stuff. Maybe I've just got to do this then. Is that a bit better? If it's too loud, do let me know. It's nice and slow, this train as well. I quite like it. No, I don't think so. Fair enough. Sorry, I've got a fucking hair on my keyboard. I'm trying to get rid of it. Two things, folks. So, this was just after I'd stopped streaming, sort of for like, you know, I had that sort of month where I just streamed sort of non-stop sort of thing. I think it was the day after, I got an email saying that I look at the earn thing on YouTube, and it was I had to get to 3,000 watch hours, and 500 subscribers to apply for the YouTube partner thing. I think the day after I stopped streaming, I got to 3,001 hours or something like that. So I applied for it then. It took a few weeks to go through because I had to make an AdSense account. It's a bit faffier than Twitch in that regard. It's not as easy as just applying for affiliate and doing the onboarding thing. It's there's a bit more to it, which is not necessarily a problem. And it took about 2 weeks for that to go through, and then they have to go through and approve they have to approve your channel manually, basically, to make sure you're not breaking any rules or anything like that. And that went through a few days. Was it a few days ago? I can't even fucking remember. No, was it last week? I don't know. So I'm a YouTube partner now. What does that mean? Not a lot. It does mean I can start monetizing on YouTube. It doesn't mean that I can start doing ads and stuff on YouTube. Ads is a different beast. You have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to do all that sort of thing. So I'm not at that point. I'm just gonna hop out the train here. That's okay with you folks? Okay, nice. That's gonna continue down to Grootdorp in the Woodland Mansion as well, I believe. I used to get on these, it's messing me up seeing it IRL. It's good, isn't it? Fruits has done a really good job. What it does mean, let me catch up on chat and I'll talk about what it does mean actually, because there's a little bit to it. There's good things and there's bad things. It's a bit of a mixed bag. It's mostly good, I'd say, though. I think the good outweighs the bad. I'll see the Pokemon names. Yeah, well, when they're manually reviewing all my videos, I don't think it means that. I mean, I hope it fucking doesn't mean that someone was sat there, watching through all my videos. That would be funny though. God, that would be funny, wouldn't it? Yeah, I've got fucking 800 VODs on there that are about 5 hours long each. Would you hang a framed play button on your wall? Absolutely, I would. Absolutely, I would. Or I'd put it on eBay, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. So, YouTube partner. It sounds big and important. It's not. I think the word partner, when you talk about it on Twitch, is quite sort of what's the word? Just hop over that. There's a bit of weight to it because there's your class 91 look. Because you've got your sort of your Twitch partner. And that's a big deal. You get a tick and all that sort of thing. YouTube partner's not that. YouTube partner's an equivalent of a Twitch affiliate, basically. So it means that I can get monetized, but not through like ad revenue or anything like that. It's through memberships, which are subscriptions, and super chats and super thanks, which are sort of like bits, but it's not its own currency. It's like actual real fucking currency. But it's basically the same as bits in that sort of sense. They function the same as bits. So it's basically I can get subs and bits on YouTube now. In summary. Sorry, I just want to. We want to be going on. Oh fuck! There's not a train for ages. There's actually not a train for ages. I might just I might just fucking teleport down here. Now the good thing about. No, let's talk about the bad things. The bad thing. No, let's talk about the good things. The good thing about YouTube memberships. Here's a couple of the good things. First of all, the revenue is 70-30. So I get 70%, not Twitch where they do 50%, but it's not even really 50%, is it? It's 70%, which is good. Let's go to this place and we'll walk down from here. This is a little village that Knight's built. He didn't build it, but he sort of modified it. And there's a giant stone journer sort of monument sort of thing. It's like a little myth kind of thing. It's quite interesting. So it's 70-30, so that's good. Right off the bat, that's good. The other good thing is, you know, Twitch, you do subs, and there's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And tier 1's £5, tier 2's, what is it, £9, and tier 3's like 16 quid or something. I don't actually know. I don't know anyone who's ever subscribed to someone on tier 2 or 3 on Twitch. I've never seen that being a thing. So YouTube. Oh, I better do that actually before I get fucking copyrighted by something. YouTube, you can choose how many tiers you've got. I've never seen it on accident. Yeah. You can choose how many tiers you've got. So you can do as many tiers. I don't know if it's as many tiers as you want, but you can do more than 3 tiers basically. The other thing with YouTube is you can choose how much those tiers are. So it's not, you're not locked to a £5 a month. You can have one. It's like if you do a Patreon or a coffee or whatever, and you do your monthly sort of reward things on there, you can have one that's 99p a month, up to like 20 quid a month. That's good, because I'd rather have 100 subscribers who are paying £1 a month than have 20 subscribers that are paying £5 a month. You know what I mean? I think that's nice. The only thing with it is that each tier, you have to add rewards for each tier. You can't just do like, this is the same tier as the one before it, but you can just pay more. Like, you have to add a specific sort of reward to it that needs to get approved by someone on YouTube, which I don't really like. Because I'm not very rewards based. A lot of the stuff is like members only videos or members only streams or members only chat and stuff like that, or merch discounts, stuff that I don't do merch. I wouldn't want to do members only streams or chats or anything like that. I don't want to lock people out of watching content. The only thing that I can think of that is probably going to be worth it is possibly maybe making like certain videos, maybe not VODs, but certain videos would be members will be able to watch it 24 hours or 48 hours or 72 hours or whatever before it actually goes properly public. I might do that. I've not got that set up yet though, but I might make that a thing. But I don't know. I don't upload like non-VOD videos that often. So apart from the Vietnamese Heart Gold stuff that we've got at the moment, and I've got some other stuff lined up, but it tends to be like one video every 2 weeks or something like that. Like, it's not that often. Feedbacks for members, you could do that. You can add a custom reward. So actually, as a custom reward, I've only got one tier at the moment, and it's 99p. So there's only one membership that you can get on it. It's £1 a month. You get emojis, but I've only got 4 unlocked. The more members that I have, the more you get unlocked. But I'd have to get like 100 members before I can get like 15 emotes or something like that, which is, it feels a bit stingy compared to Twitch. So I've only got 4 emotes on there, which is what Smug, Bro Play, and the Lamau one. Because I've not really sort of gone through and properly thought about it. So that's a little bit of a disadvantage, I suppose. Not very many emojis. You can't really make extra tiers without adding extra rewards to them, which I'm reluctant to add. I don't really locking people out of content. The best thing I can think of is just making some videos a little bit early for people, but like these videos only get like 20 views anyway, so it's not really a big fucking problem. I'll have to look into it a bit more and see. I think so. For my only one I've got at the moment, it's basically a Discord role that you'd get if you're in a Discord server. It would just say YouTube member. It's not exciting in the slightest. But at the same time, you're only paying £1 a month for it. So I'm not expecting anyone to subscribe to that, by the way. And I'm not on YouTube Live at the moment, so I won't get any sort of notification if someone does do it. But it's there. We'll talk about it more when I'm on YouTube, when I stream on YouTube next, which might be next week or something, I don't know. Bark made the Simpsons house, by the way. I don't know if that's also a big slime thing. Is Simpsons house that Bark made? I'm gonna catch up on chat now. I only saw someone do a tier 2 once on someone, and that was for a special stream reason, right? But this is the thing, I don't think anyone on Twitch, unless you're like a big partner who's got like thousands of viewers, no one really does tier 2 or tier 3, really, because there's not enough of a reward to it. You get like an extra emote or something like that, and that's it. It's not worth it. Whereas I think with YouTube, if you're gonna sort of go down the sort of, that's empty, down the sort of, you can add more rewards to each additional tier, like I did with coffee when I had a coffee subscription thing a few years back, if anyone remembers that. I had an extra sort of thing that made it a bit more worth it, and I had people that weren't just on the lower tier one. I had some people that were on like a higher tier, quite a few people on the higher tier. So yeah, I only see if people who market it for like 5-10 minutes every 3 hours on stream. What, Twitch tier 2 subs are we talking about there? Let's go south. Just sneezed out so much toast. I'm sorry to hear that. Spiffing Brit sets it up really well. I'll have to have a look. Might have to just steal ideas off people, to be honest, folks. Feet pick. I might have to do feet picks. Yeah. I don't know if that'll get approved or not. I genuinely don't know. It might do. No idea. I like the giant emotes. The giant emotes are nice, aren't they? I did that. See, here's the thing about that gigantifying emote thing. That doesn't show up for me on Caster Labs. It says Knights just redeemed gigantifying emote. Is that 10 bits? Thank you for the 10 bits, Knights. It does. Caster Labs doesn't tell me that, which is a bit naff. I might have to. I also don't like the way that I've disappeared for 2 weeks and Twitch has changed its font and the size of the font and all that sort of thing. It's not right. I don't like it. Everything's too far away from each. All the lines are too far away from each other. Like chat lines, they need to be more condensed. I don't like it. But whatever. I know a lot of people do a credits at the end and just add a color or effect to each tier's names. Yeah, there's a couple. That's a good idea, Adam. And I used to do that at the end of streams. I used to have a little credits thing that rolled up with like, thanks for the follows and thanks for all my coffee subs and all that sort of thing. And you'd have like a list of all the people who were subscribed on it. I used to do that. There's a couple of problems I have with it. First of all, is that half the time I used to forget to do it. The other thing is that if I'm posting a video on YouTube, which is usually just like a highlight, maybe not like the Vietnamese Heart Gold stuff because that's a bit longer, but usually if I'm uploading just a video onto YouTube, it's just like an old highlight that's like 4 or 5 minutes long. I don't want to have to stick a big credit scene on the end of it. I don't know if I like the idea of that. I also don't like the idea of having a credits thing that's permanently embedded in the video, because if someone on that fucking list turns out to be a fucking mass murderer or something like that, I'm going to look like a bit of a prick, sort of by proxy. So I'm a bit hesitant about that. I used to be so hesitant to the point where I used to not have a chat on the screen because I was worried that people would, like, I'd look at it like 4 years down the line and go, oh god, that person was actually a massive, like, he's in prison now for life, sort of thing. Ooh, this is Farm Aces, by the way. This is Mouse Aces Farm we're going past. It's quite nice. Courtroom view account, yeah, so I was always a bit hesitant. Chat I think I'm fine with. at this point in time. I think I'm fine with it. But yeah, I could do them in the description of the video, possibly, but then you've got the same problem, haven't you? I think you've got a sort of similar problem, which I don't particularly like. So I don't know. I'll have another think about it, I suppose. I hope there's no fucking train coming, by the way. YouTube in it lawless, except for all the laws. Yeah, I mean YouTube's not that bad. Sort of like it's not. Yeah, you do get some fucking terrible people on there, but you get fucking terrible people on Twitch as well. To be fair, it's not like so bad. And if someone had a dodgy username, like obviously I'm just gonna fucking ban them. But I don't know. I'll have a think about it. Part of what I was doing today was just hoping that I would actually fucking remember stuff and think about it. I want to show you a little train that I've been doing, by the way, as well, folks. I've been making a little freight train in this yard over here that I don't think I can get into. Which is nice. It's getting dark now. Hope I don't get run over. Here we go. I'm in a community about 90 CCV where the streamer talks about the importance of subbing once every few hours for like 5-10 minutes, and they have a few tier 2 and 3 subbers since they started it. I just hate that though. That puts me off so much from watching people. If every like couple of hours you sat there going, oh, by the way, you can sub and this is, I just, I don't like it personally. I'm sure it works, but like if there's not even like a bit that they're doing, if it's not like a bit, if it's not like a joke that they're doing it seriously, I hate to watch that personally. I like it when, you know, people do like the sort of chatters get subbing sort of thing, and then people do it because that there's a bit of a sort of joke to it, and there's a bit of a. I've always said that I'd be mortified if anyone actually felt fucking pressured into subbing, but this is a class 60, by the way, folks. It's not perfect. It's as good as I could get it. It's a class 60, and then I've got some like freight hoppers. So they've all got like coal coke inside them. So we'll take that from like a quarry or a mine or something, and we'll just like have it stop inside. I've built a siding up here where I started the stream. So in here is like a little railway siding that'll fit it. So I'm just going to have it put in here and just stay in there for like 10 minutes. And the idea is that I want to build more sidings, because I think that's quite interesting to just have like freight stop at sidings every now and then. You can't really do it here though, because this is on a hill. So it has to be on a flat, straight bit, which is there aren't that many places that are flat, straight bits in this. Possibly here by the Woodland Mansion, but I don't like the fact that that's a sort of dead end. You'd have to do a loop around it or something like that. It's a bit of a funny one. But we'll find more places to put like these little sidings in. So you just pass these freight things every so often. I think that'd be quite interesting. Just adds a little bit of sort of world building to it, I suppose. A little bit of just something a bit interesting. Anyway, there you go. What were we talking about? I can't remember. Subs. Yeah. Please get subbing. Yeah. Chat yearbook work. Who's the most likely to be that person? The one in prison for life and showing up in the chat feed? Yeah. We could do that. It'd be Leopard, wouldn't it? Leopard's the one that's most likely to go to prison, I think. Let's be honest. Where are we going here? Let's go to Lekar Highlands, and then we'll catch a train. We want to go down to the monument, which is all the way down here. But we'll catch a train. They're making a go of it. There's always a really rough patch between hobby streaming and full-time streaming. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've fucking been in it. It's not nice. It's a bit. You don't quite know what to do when you're stuck. You're sort of stuck in two minds. It's a bit shit. But yeah, I don't know. I still, even if you are making a go of it, I don't know. I don't know about that. Sort of stopping every 2 or 3 hours and saying like, oh, so for like 5 or 10 minutes. Like a little throwaway comment every 2 or 3 hours is fine. Every like a 5-10 minute chat. bear in mind that you've got regular viewers that you will have to sit and listen to that like twice a day. If they're streaming for like 4 hours a day or whatever. You know? You know what puts me off a bit? There's someone I know who quit their job to do full-time, but they were nowhere near making it full-time. They basically have to e-beg because of the reckless choices. Like, they have a tracker that legitimately says food and rent, and it just makes me shut. It is a little bit... I've never wanted to do that sort of thing, because... calling it like a tracker that says, like, food and rent feels a bit... guilt-trippy. I don't like it. I think people... if they're doing that, they probably don't mind this. But for me, it feels... I wouldn't want people donating or subbing or whatever for the wrong reason. I wouldn't want people to sub because they think that I can't afford my rent or whatever. Like, I'd feel bad about it. But if someone's having the fucking thing that says food and rent, they don't give a shit about that, I imagine. So... have we got a bit of a train problem here? It says it doesn't know when it's going to be. So where's this going then? Okay. That's fine. So we'll get this. We'll take this train. We'll wait for this train and we'll take this train. Because it'll go to Lookout Point. And as it comes back round, we'll hop off here. I think that might be good. Or we could hop off at Fructis, actually. We might hop off at Fructis. That might be a good idea. Sophie, welcome in. You're late. You are a little bit late. Welcome in, Sophie. How's it going? You've not missed much. Don't worry about it. We're just walking around. I've not built anything. Just walking around having a bit of a chat. By the way, folks, my never-ending haircut debacle with the fella who kept cutting my hair really weird on this side, and I had a little sort of like long bit that I had it cut by someone else last time, and she just immediately looked at it and went, that needs coming off. Immediately, she just went, that's not right, that needs coming off there. If you want it how you've said that you have it, that bit needs to come off. And she just immediately just fucking got rid of it. It's like... he did come in later, though, as I was getting my hair cut, so I think he thinks that I'm cheating on him now, which I kind of am. It's his own fucking fault, though, isn't it? I just... my biggest pet peeve is when you get your hair cut and the fucking hairdresser... You say, I want my hair done like this, and they go, no, 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 do it like this, mate. Absolutely not. Just fucking cut the hair the way I want it to be. Oh. You know. Didn't see the notification. I know it's a bit weird, isn't it, Sophie? The Twitch notifications are a bit shit. And Discord ones as well, to be fair. Cheating on my hairdresser with a better one, yeah. And she washed my hair as well, which she never does. So I got a free hair washing as well. I've always said that I like having my hair washed when I get my hair cut. I've only ever had it done a handful of times, but it must be like what a dog feels like. I get my dogs are so happy all the time. Like if the dog gets the sort of hair washed. It's the Pete Express there, by the way, folks. How long are you gonna be on stream for? Maybe about an hour and a half longer. Probably. We probably won't go on past midday, I would imagine. Not that long. I think it's a bit funny because a lot of people are sort of fairly new here, and I sort of have come in during that month when I just did streams. But apart from those times when I just like do that sort of thing, I just hop on for a morning every now and then for like a couple of hours. And we just have a bit of a chat and a bit of a whatever. Sometimes we'll play an actual fucking game. Which we will do at some point, maybe next week. We'll see. I was going to play an actual game today, but I thought we'll just have a walk around in Minecraft, actually, because it's quite nice. Fits in with my schedule for the day. Good stuff, Sophie. I hope you're doing well, by the way. I'm sorry that I've not been on Discord and stuff that much. I've been a little bit of a busy bee, and then when I've not been a busy bee, it's sort of been that kind of... I think this train might be... It's either stuck or it's going to be longer than 10 minutes. I think it's going to be longer than 10 minutes. I might just keep going for a walk, actually. We'll just keep going for a walk, shall we? We're going to go down to... I mean, we could just walk down to the shopping village, to be fair. Oh, it's just come through your... Oh, fucking hell, yeah, it'll be fucking ages. Let's go for a walk, folks. That's fine. Let's go to sleep first, actually. Marketing can feel really filthy, it can. I felt really bad when I was doing... I've said it before, like when I was doing this sort of full time, quote unquote. I mean, it was full time. I don't know why I'm saying quote unquote. That's imposter syndrome kicking in there, folks. I had to make like a plan, like a financial plan, and I hated doing it. I felt really fucking greasy, really greasy doing it. But it is what it is. Speaking of financial plans, sort of related to the YouTube stuff. The YouTube one, YouTube partner now doesn't really. I've sort of explained what that means. Spoiler: it doesn't really mean much. I might make a post about it in Discord, sort of going into a bit more detail about it or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. I got a payment off Twitch on the 13th of June, so thank you all very much for the subs, because there weren't any bits, because I didn't have bits enabled at that point. What it did mean, however, because I got a payment off Twitch, what it did mean is that I had to call up Universal Credit. For those who don't know, I'm on Universal Credit at the moment. I'm on LCWRA. I'm one of those people that are being talked about in the news quite a lot recently, because the government thinks that I'm lying about my health and that I don't deserve extra money for not being able to work or whatever they think. Which is echoed by a lot of people, unfortunately. But it is where I am. I'm not on PIP. But they've said something about... I don't want to get into this too much because it's really fucking heavy and it's fucking exhausting hearing about it. But they've said something about possibly the PIP stuff's only going to affect new claimants. That's sort of like a concession that Keir Starmer's made. All the sort of PIP changes are only going to affect new claimants. So it's kind of in my best interest now, regardless of whether I get accepted or not, to just apply for PIP. Because if I decide months down the line that I need it, then I might not get it because I won't qualify for it anymore. So that might have to be something that I look into. A couple of people have suggested it to me, but I've always been put off the idea. Again, I suppose it's a bit of fucking imposter syndrome. It's that sort of thing about, I can't believe these people will go like, oh, fucking men's mental health matters and all this sort of thing, and then in the same breath go like, mental health's not actually fucking real. Like, it's not fucking debilitating. It's just all in your head. It's literally all in your head. That's why it's called mental health. You fucking idiot. Anyway, let's not get into that, folks, because it is fucking depressing. So I got a payment. Now, I used to be... No, let's not get into that. So I had to call up Universal Credit and say, like, I've got this payment. I just want to make sure that I'm reporting it properly if I need to report it. It was about 40 quid. It was £40.20 or something like that. So I put a message in the journal, for those who are familiar with the sort of Universal Credit system of writing in your journal. And of course, no one got back to me for about a week. Until someone got back to me and said, you need to call the helpline. So I called the helpline. A lovely Scouse fella answered the phone. And I explained the situation. He went, what's the payment from? And I went, it's from Twitch. And he went, what's Twitch? And I had to explain what Twitch was. And he went, I've never heard of it in my life. I don't know. What I'll do is I'll book you in an appointment with your local job centre. And you can have a chat with them about it. And I was like, why couldn't I just do that in the first fucking place? They literally don't let you. You have to call up the helpline to do that. It's very fucking stupid. You have to jump through so many hoops just to talk to someone who knows what they're talking about. And even then, they don't fucking know what they're talking about, as you will hear in a minute when I finish this story. So I had an appointment on Monday, midday, in the local job centre, which I've not been to for a few years. Anyway, they rang me up at about 9:30 and were just like, can we do this over the phone now? So I went, fair enough. I've got this payment off Twitch. What's Twitch? Oh, it's like YouTube, but it's live sort of thing. Okay, and how do you make money from that? People subscribe to the channel and I get a bit of money from that. Oh, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to book an appointment in with the self-employment team. Why didn't they just fucking do that in the first place? But what they did say is I have to register with Universal Credit as self-employed, which I have done before. Which is not a big deal. The big deal is when you have to register with HMRC, but I don't have to do that because I'm not anticipated to make over £1,000. It's only when you make over £1,000 a year you have to register with HMRC and fill out your self-assessments and all that sort of thing. So I don't have to do that, which is quite nice. However, I did have a call yesterday with the self-employment team at the local job centre. And they went, so what is it you do then? It's like an onboarding interview, a gateway interview, they call it. What is it you do then? Twitch. What's Twitch? You've not heard of Twitch? No, I've never heard of Twitch in my life. These fucking people. It's like YouTube, but it's live. Oh, YouTube, I've heard of that. She fucking sent me a link afterwards. She sent me a journal message saying, here's a YouTube link for like a video that'll help me explain like how to report any expenses. I don't have any expenses. How to report expenses even. She spelled YouTube as 2 words. YouTube. I went, fucking hell. She sounded, obviously it was a phone appointment, she sounded my age. Fucking hopeless. Anyway, so the moral of the story, the end of the story is basically, I don't know what the end of the story actually fucking is, to be honest with you. There's not really one. I don't know. I don't know what the point in that story was, to be honest with you. I'm not anxious about getting any payments off Twitch. Like, it's a thing that I can do now. I'll catch my chat in a moment, folks. I'm so sorry. But what it does mean as well is that I'm going to enable bits and stuff again. I'm going to enable bits and that kind of thing and stuff like that. Because I had them turned off because I was just like, it's not necessary. But now the fact that I've gone through the whole fucking process of like them saying, yeah, you can make a bit of money from this if you want, I might as well fucking have it set up that way. I'm not going to get like coffee and all that sort of stuff and Patreon or whatever. I'm not going to be doing that, I don't think. I'm not going to have a PayPal set up so people can just send me money. But, well, I mean, I might do that at some point. I don't know. But, I've enabled bits now. I think someone came in the last stream that I did and was like, oh, I can't give bits. What's up with that? And I was like, maybe I should bring it back. So that was just like the tipping point, I suppose. So there you go. That was another thing that I've had going on. A little bit of a fucking nightmare. It just winds me up having to talk to people that don't know what they're talking about. I don't understand how you can have a job where you're meant to be like an expert on like self-employment and stuff, but you don't know what Twitch is. I get that like not many people use Twitch and it's a bit of a sort of millennial Gen Z-y sort of thing for the most part, but at the same time, like, you've got to know what live streaming is. You mentioned live streaming to these people and they think you're doing some sort of fucking porn thing. They think it's like OnlyFans. That was good. So yeah, whatever. Love how realistic the service with the trains being delayed. I know. It's good, isn't it? Let's come back out here. 420 you say? Yeah, it was 420. £40.20 even. 40.20. Kitty, welcome in. How's it going, by the way? I'm so sorry. I'll catch up on chat now. My ma thinks I do a podcast. Yeah. It's just, I hate having, and it kicks into that fucking imposter syndrome sort of. I don't know if it's imposter syndrome necessarily that actually, or if it's more just like a sort of maybe a bit of a fucking shame. When you talk about Twitch and people don't know what you're talking about, it makes me feel sort of a little bit like, oh God, like, is it really a massively fucking niche thing that no one's ever heard of? Or what? And it, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Does anyone else get that? Just prank videos and that, yeah. Yeah. As soon as I mentioned TikTok, you knew what I was talking about, because I said also that I can get money off TikTok. And she went, oh yeah, I know TikTok. So whatever. It didn't help that she was fucking 20 minutes late to the phone call and then tried to end the phone call without me asking like all these questions I had. Because I was like, because I've reported that £40.20 and I've received the payment, am I going to get, am I going to have to fucking back pay that or something? And she was like, I don't know. I'll let you know by the end of today or tomorrow morning. Spoiler alert, it's tomorrow morning and I've heard nothing off her. So that's good. I didn't fucking expect to. They always say that. They always say, oh, I'll let you know later. They fucking won't. They fucking won't. Doors, welcoming. Good to see you. How's it going? If I've missed anyone coming in, I'm so sorry. Welcome into yous. So, a little bit of a faff, but it is what it is. But I think it's good that I've got that set up now, and I don't have to worry about that. It's not an anxiety that I've got anymore. And the way I'm thinking about it almost is like any money that I do get off Twitch or YouTube or TikTok or whatever, because I think there's like 21 quid in my TikTok wallet that I can just take out at any point. It's not technically my money yet though, because I've not attached any sort of payment info to it. It's just sort of in my TikTok account. In my mind, I'm sort of thinking I'll just put it towards like getting a Switch 2 or something, or buying a new game on Steam that I can stream or something. So that might be nice, possibly. I think I need to get up there, to be honest with you. We'll have to see about that. So I'm not anxious about it. I'm not worrying about it. Jesus. You're right. Do throne gifts, but just for Pokemon Blues. So I have got a throne account, folks. I don't promote it because I've always been a bit slightly uneasy about it. I don't know how I still don't know how I feel about throne as a concept. There's part of me that's just like I'd rather just get the money and then buy it myself, but I have got a phone account and it's got like 3 things on it, but one of them's like a fucking portable SSD that's like 80 quid. I don't expect anyone to buy that. It's just on the list because I had nothing else on it at the time. I think there's also like a pack of M&Ms that are on it as well. And some opera. We were talking about getting opera glasses, like opera binoculars. So if someone says something fucking outrageous, I just pull them out and look at the chat like that, and it would be a good little sort of moment. But they're like 20 quid. Is it worth 20 quid for that one little bit? Quite possibly. It might well be. Just send it to your house. Please do, mate. Do throw. Oh, I've just read that one. Open a Patreon for a secret foot cam. A lot of foot talking here today. What's going on? Where's this come from? Where's that come from? Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family. I know, Sophie. It's terrible, isn't it? Mr. Glad to see you back. Thank you, Kitty. I'm so sorry. I've just been. It's not even that I've been like busy 24/7 or anything like that. It's just that I've been busy to the point where it's sort of mentally kind of exhausted me. And I come home and I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to interact with people that much, really. I had I'll talk about my hospital test in a bit. Actually, it's quite. It sounds horrible, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't actually that bad. Horrible as usual. Is that you responding to me asking how you're doing? Horrible as usual. I hope it's not, mate. I hope not. That's because TikTok has been on breakfast television. Yeah. Well, everyone and the dog has TikTok. You know. Why would you spoil us like that? You're literally backseating this finance talk. I'm sorry. Put it towards the Switch 2 mortgage payment. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. At some point in the future. It's something that I can save up for. Do you know what I mean? So, like I said, I don't feel too bad about it. Whereas before I was sort of like, if I get a payment, it's kind of just going to go towards my rent, and I feel a bit shit about that. It should go towards something that's a bit nice. People don't subscribe, so I can fucking put it towards my rent or whatever. Is a certain someone lurking? I don't know, Kitty. I don't know. Hive-minded the feet, yeah. Oh, is that why you're saying that? Sorry, Kitty. I'm not. I couldn't possibly say anything about that. They have. I do want to respect their wishes for that joke not to be made in places where people might not think it's a joke. But you can do that sort of little sly sort of implication thing. I think that's fine. I think that's not a problem. Cal about to be the preeminent foot talk streamer. Yeah, that's got to be a thing, by the way. That's got to be a hashtag on there already. I'm not fucking looking it up though. Someone else can do that. Don't apologise, I'm glad you got stuff done. Yeah. Cal sent us a picture of him post-hospital with no context and I freaked. It was quite fucking funny. I did end up, I got an Uber back home. Which was like 20 quid. It was like 20 quid, but I fucking tipped him a fiver because he was actually, first of all, he was lovely. And second of all, he didn't talk that much. And so I was just like, you know what, you're alright, you. You can have a fucking fiver. Because I didn't fancy getting the train back, and I'll tell you why. It was, I'll do it in a second. Dongs can't have TikTok, don't say stuff like that. Yeah. No, I can't remember what that was in reference to, it's fine though. I subscribe to you so you can do illegal things for money. Thank you very much, Wisecrack. I will be doing that. NHS are paying Uber to free up beds. Right, here's my hospital stuff. If people don't like sort of hospital talk, I'd tune out for the next 5 minutes. This isn't terrible, I should say. My experience with it was not bad in the slightest. It was what I would describe as being mildly uncomfortable. Fuck. But it really wasn't that bad. So for those who don't know, I've had some well-documented tummy troubles for about a year now. Don't know what's up with me. It is what it is. So I had to do 2 tests. One was called an esophageal manometry test. And that is where they basically stick an HDMI cable up your nose. It's not actually an HDMI cable. It's about the thickness of, I don't know what the thickness of about I don't know. I've got loads of wires here. What about the thickness of? I think they're all tangled. Can you see that? It's about the thickness of that. About the thickness of Wisecrack's cock. Okay. That. Obviously not with the fucking USB bit on the front of it. They put it up your nose, and then you have to swallow it down. And they like put it through, you can feel it sort of going through your nose and down the back of your throat. It's quite uncomfortable. And then you've got to take sips of water every now and then, and it's got like a sensor on the bottom of it in your stomach, and it measures like what's going on and all that sort of thing. Quite uncomfortable. But you're sort of just sat there, and if you don't move, it's fine. But if you do move and if you talk, then you can fucking feel this sort of like wire down the back of your throat, and it's not particularly pleasant. It was fine though. It lasted about 20 minutes. Lasted about 20 minutes. And then they take it out, which is also not nice. And then what they did is something called pH monitoring, which is where they get a really thin wire, like far thinner than that. And they put it up your nose and down into your mouth. Back of your throat, down into your stomach. It's a very thin wire. You can still feel it. But it's not like you can feel like there's something very obvious in the back of my throat sort of thing. And what they do is it comes out your nose and they tape it to your nose and it comes out and they put it around your ear and then they put the wire down your shirt and they attach like a little electronic sort of device thing that is just like strapped around your waist sort of thing. And it's plugged into that via a fucking Ethernet cable of all things. And it monitors when you eat stuff or when you drink stuff, it monitors like the pH levels in your stomach. And they put that in for 24 hours. They put it in for 24. So they put it in. You go home for 24 hours, you come back and they take it out. Which is why I didn't want to get the train home, because they put it in and it was fucking wrapped around my face and stuff like that. But it was fucking like 25, 26 degrees out. I'd have to walk 20 minutes to the fucking train station and then get on a fucking rush hour train back home. And I thought, fuck that. So I ended up just getting an Uber instead, which I very rarely do. I like getting on trains, but like I said, I didn't really want to fucking do that. Wasn't as bad as people. I looked it up online, which was my first fucking mistake. I looked it up online before I had the test, and it's full of people going like, this was the most uncomfortable experience of my life and all this sort of thing. It's not. It's really not terrible. All you really want to do is just fucking you just want to swallow all the time. You just want to swallow because it just feels like there's something in the back of your throat. But I found after I slept, and I slept really well for some reason. I slept really fucking well. I found when I woke up in the morning, you couldn't feel it because what it does is it like settles in a position where you just can't feel it. And I actually thought that it'd come out or something like that. But it hadn't. It was just in the back. So, and then I went in. They actually booked me in 2 hours earlier than I was meant to go in, which was nice because he was like, "I've got a spot open at 2:15." I was booked in to go at 4:45. So I was like, "I'll come in at 2:15 then." Went back in, got it taken out. It was fine. It really wasn't too bad. Just goes to show, don't look up these sort of things on fucking Reddit before you do it because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So that was interesting. That was fun. Never had a sore throat or anything like that, or a sore nose afterwards or anything like that. It was just a bit weird. No, that's all right, Fruits. Don't worry about it. Wisecrack catching strays all the time. I know he does deserve it though. To be fair, heard Wisecrack does have a USB on it. Just Uber, yeah. I very rarely get an Uber. To be fair, it was probably like a 12-mile round trip. Not round trip because I wasn't going round. It was a 12-mile one-way trip, and it was about 18 quid. It's not actually terrible. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that, but it did kill my love for trains, though. I didn't want to be sat in rush hour on a train with like fucking wires going around my face and like a fucking stupid little device attached to me that looked like it could be a fucking bomb. Do you know what I mean? People have feeding tubes like that. It's just something you got to do. Yeah, it's not particularly pleasant, but it wasn't. The first test was the worst one, because it was actually like the wire's too thick. It just doesn't feel nice. But I didn't have any anesthetic or anything like that. Here we go, folks. So this is what we were working on. I don't know. Was this the last time we were streaming? We were working on this, or Fruits was working on this. We have an underground. Ooh. We have an underwater tunnel that goes to the Ocean Monument now. So let's go on that. Stop walking on train tracks. I know it's terrible, isn't it? Most uncomfortable experience of my life has been as a chat member on Twitch, funnily enough, not in here. Do you want to talk about it, Nightlights, or is it a bit fucking heavy? Because we can talk about it if you really want to. Cheapest Uber trip I've ever got was 3 quid for a 5 mile. 3 quid for a 5 mile trip, Sophie, that's really good. That's really good. I've never had one like that. I've attacked multiple people like that, public transport. Better to be safe than sorry, yeah. I know, I didn't want people to be fucking taking TikToks of me and all that sort of thing. Excuse me. So this is what mostly Fruits has done, and it was a little bit of me. And I say it was a little bit of me. I think I had the suggestion that we schematic this. Instead of Fruits just building it all block by block, I said, why don't we just like, because this is going down at an even sort of route. I said, why don't we just sort of schematic it and then just do it bit by bit, and it'll take. We ended up doing it in a couple of days after that. Had to wash all the water and stuff out of it. There is another tunnel to the left of us that you can't see that hasn't got a train on it just yet. But it is good. It's nice when you come out here. Look at this. I don't know why that glass doesn't have any sort of like proper shading on it. I don't quite know why that's the case. It is odd that. And here we go. We're in the Ocean Monument. This is not done yet, by the way, but it's getting there. It is getting there. Ooh. So when people trying to be funny, the only ones that stand out when Limmy berates a chat member for like 5 or 6 minutes. How was all the colourful lighting in there? I don't know. It might be something. I think it's the advanced lighting that I've got on. You can see this weird sort of thing where this side is quite cold lighting, and that side's quite warm. It's because I've got advanced lighting on. I don't know if I like it or not. I'm still on the fence about it. I genuinely don't know. But so that all goes on. You see the fucking train track under here. So eventually this is going to go up here, and it's going to end up. You can't quite see it, but Night Lights is building. Can I go like that? Night Lights is building another Pokemon stadium up here that he built in a previous server, but he's going to rebuild it up here. So the train's going to come up here and stop there. It's also going to probably keep coming up and stop on this island, and this island is going to become something. It's quite a nice island, this. But yeah, that's the tunnel that we've done. It looks fucking great on the map as well, doesn't it? And it also has the potential to go down here and then end up possibly at the Battle Frontier Island that we were going to sort of muck about with at one point that we never really did anything with. But the idea is that this monument, you'll be able to go on a travelator up and arrive at Bean Piss Island, which I believe I showed in the last stream that I did. So the background music, Sophie, it's a lot of. I got a lot of Japanese music on today. It's nice, I think. I've also got a mod on that hides name tags unless you go up to them, which is nice. So it says obviously Ellen there, but you don't have this sort of thing where you can just see loads of name tags up above, like. And all these people have blabber dialogue. I've sorted all of them out with blabber dialogue. And there's all these NPCs in here. Most of them are upstairs. You can see all of them there. Which is quite nice. It's like a little diving experience here. Again, he's not blabbered actually. But the idea is you can come down here and like dive in here. And you come up outside the monument. And you can have a little bit of a sort of swim around up here. The idea is that that guy in there is going to give you like a water breathing potion once a day or something like that. We've also got Dave here, who's staring at her. A fish hub. It's a little fish hub, yeah. The shell of the hospital's mostly in the big city, but the roof looks like crap. Ah, it'll get there. The little aquarium that I made as well. Little aquarium sort of thing. I saw a TikTok tutorial about how to do this. It's quite interesting. That is just water as well. That's just water going through. That's like, you can touch that. There's no sort of like glass there or anything. It's interesting. You've got a little info booth here where you can talk to Finn. There's also Rain over there. They say the same thing. Like, they just talk about the monument and that sort of thing. Over here you've got a little Pokemon Center, which I don't really like the design of. I might change it. But you can have your Pokemon healed up. Also deposit them, which I need to do with these two, which is good. There is also music in here. Oh, not group, sorry. I don't know if you can hear this. Let me see if I can pause the actual music and... I don't know if you can hear that. It's very quiet. It's in here. So it's Pokemon music. It's like the I don't know where this is from now. It's from Pokemon Ruby. So we've got some like nice underwater music. I've put some filters and stuff on it as well. So there's like the dive theme and like the abandoned ship theme and that sort of thing. There are underwater relic ruins from Black and White 2. I think that's in there as well. But it just adds a little something, and they don't play all the time. Like there's like several silent discs in here, and they just randomly rotate. So sometimes it's silent, and then sometimes this music comes on, and it just adds a little bit of something, I think. But we're listening to our own music at the moment, so it doesn't matter. This song's called Offshore as well, which is quite good. Topical. Wrong thing, sorry. There we go. Can't imagine how damp it must smell, honestly. It's fucking terrible, isn't it? The water just fucking constantly drips through it as well. Which you can sort of see. You can see the water dripping through. And then over here, in this corner here, we've got a little restaurant, little bar and restaurant called Fin and Tonic. We've got Nemo and Dory who work there. They're not blabbered up either. I need to sort that out. But the idea is you can get something to eat and then you can have a little sort of candlelit dinner and look up in the sea. It's like a little experience thing. It's quite nice. But yeah, it's not 100% done this. We still need to do a lift here that goes up into the monument. And also we're going to do a travelator that goes through there and ends up by this island. So I still need to do that. Candle lit wick dinner. Very good, Leopard. Very good, mate. So yeah, I spent a good while on this. It was nice to sort of, like I said, it's not completely done yet, but it's almost functional. We need a lift putting in, which I'm not very good at. But whatever. And then a travelator, which is going to be a bit of a faff. And I don't really know how to. I haven't got any ideas of how to do it, so I'm just leaving it for now and hoping that I get some inspiration later on. But there's plenty of people walking around in here and stuff. You got Ronan here who says, "Ah, Jesus, look at the size of this York. Mad altogether." And then he says a load of other fucking Irish stuff, which is good. Little joke from Michael there. I don't know how accurate it is. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know how accurate it is. We'll have to see. It might be a bit culturally insensitive. We might have to fix it later on. But you can chat with all these people. It's nice. A couple of Easter eggs as well. I've got Stath in here. I was watching the last couple of weeks. I've been watching Stath Let's Flats because Leopard and someone else recommended it to me, and I can't remember who. But there we go. Prads, thank you very much for the for the resub. Cultural insensitivity, take my money. Thank you very much, Prads. Really do appreciate it, mate. Welcome in. Step insensitive, what are you doing? Fucking hell. Prads, welcome into you. Thank you very much, mate. That's very generous of you. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Yeah, I watched Stath Let's Flats the other week. It's really fucking good. I don't know if anyone else has not watched it or not. I know Leopard said he's watched it a lot. I made this skin myself for the most part, by the way. Sort of. I made the fucking cuffs extra long because that's how he has them. Doing well. Good to have you back. Thank you very much, mate. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm a huge fan of Stath. I watched all 3 seasons. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Do you know what it is? And Knight said this to me. Before I'd watched it, Knight said that he'd watched the first 2 seasons and he went, I know why Lep likes it. It's because Lep sounds like Stath, and it's so fucking true. If you've ever heard Lep talk, go and watch the Deal or No Deal that I did with Leopard. It is like I'm having a fucking chat with Stath sometimes. It's really good. Yeah, it's a fucking great show. Really fucking funny. I keep thinking about the bit with the pizza, where they order the pizza. I bought a pizza the other day and I couldn't stop thinking of fucking Tom Cheesy. And all that sort of thing. Tom Cheesy, yeah. And when he goes, is that one good or is it not very good at all? When he fucking like stresses at all. At all, yeah. I love it. It's that sort of, it sounds, I'm going to try and like fucking analyse the humour of Stath Let's Flats now, but I'm not going to do a good job of it and I really apologise. But it's that sort of humour that like, I enjoy it so much because I never know where it's going to go. Do you know what I mean? There's some shows that you watch and like you watch a sitcom or whatever and you know where the joke's going, you know what's going to happen and that sort of thing. But literally in Stath Let's Flats, you never know what they're going to say next. It's so good. It is. I watched it through once in the space of about 3 days when I had a tube up my nose. And then I went back and watched bits of it afterwards, but I don't think it'd be that long for. But you know what it reminded me of? And it's not entirely the same, but it reminds me a little bit of it. I think because of the way that Stath talks. And it's something that I've started watching again now since I've thought about it. But it reminds me of Trailer Park Boys a little bit. It's maybe not as chaotic as Trailer Park Boys, but it has that sort of... It's just got that sort of vibe about it. Of like that sort of unpredictability, like you just don't know what's going to happen. It's just a bit of a fucking mess. So I've started watching Trailer. I've not watched Trailer Park Boys properly for about 10 years now. I'm not watching the fucking Netflix ones though. Just seasons 1 to 7. But great fucking show. If anyone else has watched Trailer Park Boys, it's been a while. But yeah. Yeah, Stath Let's Flat's great show. There's Michael there as well. Look, he looks exactly like him. What? So you can battle some of these people. There are some of them you can battle, and some of them just have dialogue. And some are like linear dialogues. And then some are like, so this one's you got multiple choice here. But then some of them are more linear. I think that one's a bit linear. So yeah. But there's about I think there's 50 NPCs in here at the moment, and there's probably going to be a few more that I'll add in. Got Nessa as well in there. A couple of little Pokemon Easter eggs for you. I think Nessa's in there. There's someone at the top as well. Yeah. You're mandated to watch it for naturalized citizenship. Yeah. Most of my knowledge of Canada, and especially Nova Scotia, is literally from Trailer Park Boys. I don't know how accurate it is. It might be completely inaccurate. It might be completely accurate. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of people in here you can chat to, and there's like lore and all that sort of thing. But then there's people like this guy who you just like will just offer to battle. And they've mostly got water type Pokemon. Oh fuck. So I spent a good while on this, but it's looking good. I built these little catwalks so you can like, and they're ladders, so you can actually get around in here as well. So it's a bit like a tourist attraction now, but it's nice. And then you go around to this bit here, and there's like a lot of trainers in the back here. Maybe not there, but around the other side. There's a bit more of an open space. It's got someone else there up there, look. Country Crush is Canadian culture, so you know a little bit more than just Trailer Park. That is true. Are they trying to be Canadian in that, though? They're trying to be American, aren't they? I think. The battle is the law, yeah. That's true. If anyone can guess what this skin is supposed to be, good on you. Doesn't I wasn't gonna give you anything, but it's meant to be. It's someone from a film. If anyone can figure out who that's meant to be, it's not Steve Harvey. No, Leopard. No, it's not Dr. Dolittle. It's not Dr. Dolittle. And I think the good thing about me asking that is that if you do get it wrong, it actually makes you look a little bit racist. So, I've heard everyone in the Atlantic provinces like Nova Scotia know someone like the boys. Jesus. I couldn't imagine knowing someone like that. It's not Blade, no. It's meant to be, does it? It's meant to be the fella from Jurassic Park. Samuel L. Jackson from Jurassic Park. Is it Jurassic Park? Apparently. He's not in that one. What am I thinking? It's not Jurassic Park. Is it Indiana Jones? It's meant to be Samuel L. Jackson in a movie. Are you sure it's not Jurassic Park? No, it isn't Jurassic. Yeah, it is Jurassic Park. It's Ray Arnold from Jurassic Park. Fucking made him Google it, lads. Yeah, well, I've not fucking seen it. I don't watch films. Why is crack? You should know this by now. I'm not a film watcher. So, Ray Arnold beat it football head. Fuck's sake. So yeah, that's what I've been getting on with. That and watching Stath Let's Flats. Good show. If you've not watched Stath Let's Flats, you can watch all 3 seasons on Channel 4. if you're in the UK and possibly Ireland as well. I think Bark mentioned that they could watch it in Ireland because you can get Channel 4 in Ireland apparently, like on the website 4OD or whatever it's called. And then 1 and 2 on Netflix. I wonder why 3's not on Netflix. I just watched them on Channel 4, mate. I'm not fucking watching Netflix. Caught season 3 there. There you go. Little window here. There's another monument as well. Look. Don't know. Wait, does my Titson have to watch all the ads to watch season 3? She's an ad blocker, mate. Grow up and use an ad blocker. I never watched an ad. Not on my telly. I can't cast it from your computer. Put an HDMI cable in your TV, whatever. I'm not fucking giving Channel 4 money after the fucking experience I had interviewing for them. It was fucking horrific. Every time I go past the office, I just go, ugh. It's right by the station. They can fuck off. Unless they want to offer me a job again, in which case I'll take it and I'll love them. But that's not going to happen. Not faffing about, mate. Well, enjoy your fucking ads then, mate, and stop fucking moaning. How about that? It's a long tunnel, this, isn't it? The football match? Oh, the football match, yeah. Football matches. It's got a lot of people in that I'm familiar with as well. It's got the fella from Ghosts in it. And it's also got the woman from Ghosts in it. She's in one of the episodes. She's that sort of middle class woman who does like that meeting in a cafe sort of thing. Oh, Fruits is doing the service tunnel. Nice. I forgot about that. Fucking Pokemon in it as well. Someone was saying you were caught pissing on a Google Street View picture. Is that true? I don't know. If it is, I'd like to see it. I'd love to be on Google Street View, even if it was me pissing. I think it'd be ace. So the idea here is that we build a train station here, and it's going to be like an interchange. So you're going to have this high speed line here. It's meant to be like a sort of channel tunnel sort of thing. But then here, is going to be like another train station, so you can get off like a sort of mainline train here, and then go down to this line here where you can catch this high speed thing. This was sort of based around like the Channel Tunnel, but what I thought the Channel Tunnel was like growing up. I literally thought it was just built underwater instead of it in like the rocks and stuff underwater. It's a Steam summer sale, folks. I don't know if anyone knew that. I just got an email about it. There's like 5 people who ghost in it, yeah. I'm trying to think of who else I've seen that was in it. But I can't, like, off the top of my head, I can't think of any. But I like Dean. Dean's like the sort of, what would you call him? Like the straight man sort of thing. Not like heterosexual, but like the only one who sort of seems to be grounded in reality. What's this? I don't know if I should have got rid of that. I'm sorry if I did. And I shouldn't have. Metrosexual. I've not fucking metrosexual in a long, long time. Do people still say that, Sophie? It's a very mid-2000s word. Local gym leader hops barriers and runs down tunnel. I know. Oh, there's no tickets in this. We were sort of setting up like a potential ticketing system. I believe Fruits built like some ticket barriers in the underground shopping village station. If we go up in there. I just bloody love trains that much. Do you get it? Yeah, no, I do get it. Yeah, that's good, that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do get it. Yeah, that's good, that. Yeah. No, that's alright. Fruits, don't worry about it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, the fucking lift is under the world. Is there a button for this? Silence was loud, and I was trying to figure it out, to be honest with you. I do get it, though, folks. Don't worry about it. Oh, Jesus. Where's the ticket barriers? So there's meant to be ticket barriers in here somewhere. I don't quite remember where they are. Is it these? So the idea is that you'd put, I mean, I don't really know how this works to be honest with you, but you'd put like a ticket in. You'd have like a ticket, and then the ticket, you put it in there, and then it does that, and then you can go through or something like that. It's odd. It is possible though. It's just a bit of a faff. You have to retrofit all the stations to put ticket barriers in as well, which isn't the end of the world, but some of them don't really suit it. Although I suppose not all stations have ticket barriers. So. I love when one character's at odds with everything bullshit in a show. Yeah, I do like that. I think that's what possibly what sort of Trailer Park Boys misses a little bit, because everyone in that show is sort of a bit fucking messed up. There's no character in that really. Bubbles was for the most part, but then they started doing all that fucking conky shit with him. I don't like season 7 that much because Bubbles sort of goes all fucked up, and then you lose that element. It's just like a show where everyone's fucked up. There's no one that's just like normal. They never interact with anyone that's just normal. Whereas Bubbles was very much sort of like the voice of reason for most of the show. Yeah, you lose the contrast. Not that I'm a big fucking comedy expert. There's another dart there, by the way. That's going down towards Gundy's place. Am I going to do some building today? What can I build? Have I really got anything to build? I might build a train line out here and put like some yards here, possibly. I've got a depot there. I can put some yards here. I might do that. Should we do that? Let's do that. Let's do that, because then I can bring my big freight train and I can leave it out here. Have I got sort of 120 blocks, I reckon? So that's 4,890. So I probably need to go down to about 4,750. Yeah, it's quite long there, isn't it? But I could figure it out, possibly. I might bring it further out here, maybe. I don't know. Have like a train yard out here. It needs to be quite long, though. I'm thinking it needs to be like 150, 200 blocks long, which is this siding here. Where has it gone? This siding here is 100 and something blocks long, but it's not. It would need to be longer than that. There need to be a straight that's longer than that. I don't know if this is a good place to put one, unless it is. Because this train line's got to come down here at some point. It'll probably go down this way. But I think possibly that they can just hook up and it's going to just be like a loop, basically. So, yeah. I'll think about it. Yeah, it's guitar riff. It's nice, this, isn't it? I think this song's a little bit sort of... it's a little bit sort of Thin Lizzy-ish, I think. It's called Breaking Loose by a fellow whose name I can't remember because on my fucking music player it's in Japanese and I can't read it. But it's good. I think it's a little bit sort of Thin Lizzy. Let's curve these tracks round then. Let's curve these tracks round from out here. It means we're going to have to do a lot of terraforming here, but it's not the end of the world. Once you snow over it again, it'll be fine, I think. I think it's the fact that it's all snow is going to mess it up a little bit, but It's Always Sunny is good because they interchange that role, yeah. But also, It's Always Sunny, they interact with people in the real world, if that makes sense. Not the real world, obviously, but like they interact with like people that aren't even like the police and stuff in Trailer Park Boys are a little bit sort of fucked up. There's no one that's sort of like perfectly normal. Whereas in It's Always Sunny, they often talk to like they'll go to like a therapist or whatever, and their therapist is normal. So far in this place, my favourite's been "Sexy Robot" by Hitomi Toyama. I do like that song. When I first heard that song, I went, "Are they fucking serious? Is this song called Sexy Robot?" It is literally called Sexy Robot. This playlist goes on for another 20 odd tracks. It does towards the end. It gets a little bit fucking basic, and by basic I mean it goes to like Plastic Love and Stay With Me and all that sort of thing. Very Fisher Price, my first Japanese song, sort of. Which is not really your fucking problem at all, but it just is. Plastic Love's my favourite city. It's a good song. It is a good song. It's just it's just I don't know. What we on 429? So 429 add 42 is 3949596971. So you need to go out to 7. Oh, in fact, let's do the fucking adding up of the other bit first. So the maximum curve you can do is 42. 42 out and 42 to one side. Hello, Michael. So we need to do 4914 minus 42. There's a lot of maths in this. 4872. So it's 4872. And then it's 429 add 42. 471. 471, 4872. Do I have to teleport when I do this? Do I have to do my own name? What did I say? 471 4872 471 72 4782. Oh, it's minus though. It's minus. There we go. And I'll be underground. There you go. So we just got to do that. It's a lot of terraforming, that, isn't it? It's quite far underground, isn't it? That's a fucking big curve. That can't be right. I'm at 4782. I need to be, for fuck's sake, hang on. TP. 470. Was it 471 72 minus 4871? Is it 4872? And that's a minus as well. Sorry. Right, there we go. Snore, welcome in. How's it going? It's no Cassiopeia. Is it Cassiopeia? Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. There is Cassio. We played some earlier. Midnight Rendezvous. The classic. Mint Gems. Welcome in, Snore. How's it going? I listened to Stay With Me 200 times while playing Rocket League with you and Joel. Maybe going up to Diamond ahead and getting, despite clearly being the worst player. It is a good song. It is a good song. It's just very much that sort of, it's the stuff that YouTube recommends to you, sort of thing. Which isn't bad necessarily. It just is what it is. You know. What did everyone have for tea last night? It was a chippy tea for me, Sophie. It was a chippy tea. And I got a small portion of chips. And I regret it because they were they were a little bit, honestly, they were a little bit crispy. And I loved it. I don't know what they did differently. Right, so that is now connected up. Fucking hell, if I can get out of here. Connected up to there. So I've got to do a lot of digging now, you see. This is the problem with this. Should I put fucking hold a torch while I do this so you can actually... I've got night vision on, I think. Or have I? I might not do, actually. I have it turned off. Pia. Okay. I always over sort of think it and say Paya for some reason. Folks, the Nisa down the road from me. I went in there the other day on the way into Leeds because in there they do these boost energy drinks. Which are just like, they're not the boost drinks that you're thinking of. They're like cheap Lucozade Sport, basically, like isotonic drinks. And they're like 89p, which is not bad for like a 500ml bottle. But I went in, and do you know what else they sell? And I showed this to Ultra. They've started selling Mogu Mogu. They're $1.45 a bottle, which is a little bit expensive, but for the convenience of it, it's not bad at all, actually. It's really not bad. So I'm going to go down there later and get one. Which will be nice. New takeaway Mrs. Fang still isn't open. That's a shame. No Fangs. Does that work? I want to go to the chippy so bad. Go for it, Sophie. It's Friday. Not that means anything, but it's Friday. You're clocking off at 3 today. Love that for you, Leopard. Love that for you, mate. And here we are, look. That's where the train line goes up to. No Nutcracker today, I think, folks. I did order. Like I said, I ordered this. It's 20. What was it earlier when I picked up this thermometer? It's now 26.6 in here. It will only get hotter and hotter as the day goes on because I've got Minecraft on. And it fucking boils my PC. But at the same time, I'm used to it, I think. Nutcracker. Confirmed Nutcracker. Confirmed Nutcracker. Mark that one down. That's a Nutcracker. A bona fide Nutcracker. Wow. 9. Nearly double figures already. We're not even in halfway through the year. Did I say no Nutcracker today before that happened? Do you know why I said no Nutcracker? Because I looked outside and there was a Royal Mail van. And I thought, well, I've not ordered anything, so there's no Nutcracker today. And then they fucking turned up to ours. So it wasn't for me though. So ordered thermometer. I also had to order some headphones, earphones even, because my trusty earphones. My favorite pair of earphones is I have £5 Sony earphones that I love, and I've had them for years. And every time I break them, I just buy another pair for £5. So, and I always take a backup pair with me when I go out in case they start breaking. So, I went out a couple of weeks ago, and they started crackling. So I took the other headphones out, the backup ones, and they started crackling as well immediately. And it's because I've got one here. No, I don't. My new phone has a USB-C port. It doesn't have a 3.5 headphone jack in it anymore because phones don't do that anymore these days. So I had to buy a 3.5 to USB-C like converter. So I bought one. It was an Apple one. I bought it for 10 quid. It's quite expensive for a little cable. It's incredibly fucking quiet. It's incredibly quiet because it's an Apple one. For some reason, the way that it works, it doesn't work with Android phones that well. So it's really quiet. So you've got to buy a Samsung one. But I couldn't find a Samsung one. So I had to find an American import Samsung one, which also has the bonus of being louder because the sort of European ones don't let you play the music as loud because it damages your hearing and all that sort of thing. So I had to buy some sort of anti-woke American import USB-C converter cable to make sure that my music was nice and loud when I listened to it. It turns out that's fucking broken after like 2 months. So I'm starting to think it wasn't like a legit one. It was just it says it's from the Samsung store when I bought it on Amazon. Because you can't buy them on the Samsung store itself. But it just didn't fucking work after like 2 months. So I had to buy a new pair of earphones. And they're JVs. The only pair of earphones that I could buy that were wired, which I want wired. I want USB-C, straight to USB-C, okay? And I don't want those earphones that go right into your ear canal because I think they're very uncomfortable. There is one pair of earphones that you can get that fit that criteria, and they're fucking JVC brand. They were about 18 quid. And they do work, but they feel really fucking flimsy. They feel really fucking flimsy. The woke mob controlling our rights to tinnitus. Exactly. No problem, Knights. Exactly, Sophie. What if I wanted? I have to listen to my music at a fucking deafening volume. Sometimes. I just have to. Because I want to get. I like it when I listen to music and it's really loud and like a certain part of the song comes on and I get goosebumps and that sort of thing. I really like that. You can't get it when it's quiet. It doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? Are JVC still doing those jelly earphones they have in different colours? No idea, Fruits. I'll show you the pair that I got. Nothing special. It's just these. So, but they're not the ones that don't. You can see they don't go right into. They just sit on your ears. They're the ones that I like. They're comfortable. It also has a little volume control thing on the thing, which is nice. But it's USB. But they just feel really fucking flimsy. And I worry that they're going to break in a couple of months. Whereas the Sony ones are like £5 and they're decent quality. But they're really fucking sturdy. They last like 5-6 years each. And I use them quite often. I don't wear big headphones when I go out. I don't like it. I also don't wear wireless things when I go out because I'm scared that someone's going to nick them. So, so I had 2 meetings back to back. No problem, chappers. No problem. So much effort for beloved earphones. I know. I am going to get a new pair of headphones soon. I've had these for quite a while and they're quite good, but you can sort of see they're sort of falling apart a little bit. You've got these little sort of all the sort of materials falling off like the inside of them. So I'm going to get a new pair and I'm going to save up. I'm going to save up and get a big pair. Sennheiser Momentum 4 headphones. They're like 200 quid, but I reckon if I can get them on sale for about 150, they'll last me like they will last me like a decade.
What?
They also do ones, and I'm not normally sort of I'm not normally one who sort of looks at this sort of stuff and go, oh, that's good. But they do different colours. It's like black and graphite, which is basically black. And they do a white pair. But the white pair, the band on the top is grey, and I don't like that. But they do a proper all-white pair. But they're Pride headphones. So on the ear thing, they've got like a tiny little rainbow on the ears. And I quite like that. It's not like a big sort of like, it's not like a big fucking statement thing. It's just like a little subtle thing, which I quite like. Also, apparently, it's in partnership with Glad. Is it Glad? If you're familiar with Glad, I think it's an American company or charity or whatever. So I might get them at some point. I don't know. We'll have to see. Matt, thank you very much for the 2-month sub, my friend. Thank you very much. Stealing money from Jeff on his wedding day to go into the headphone fund, which I will probably end up buying on Amazon. Unless I can get them on the Sennheiser website for the same price, which is possible. Thank you very much, Matt. Welcome into you, my friend. How's it going? That's very generous of you. Very generous of you indeed. Meant to say hello 2 hours ago, but called calling to meetings. Highly troops. Sorry, I missed that, Matt. Hello, welcome into you. How's it going? Had to look them up. JVC called them goomy, not jellies. Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't like that. No, I don't really like that. But no, I don't like them. Don't know. I've never bought JVC headphones, to be honest with you. I thought JVC stopped existing when they stopped sponsoring Arsenal about 20 odd years ago. 25 years ago, to be honest with you. Didn't realise they were still going. I don't even know what they do. Do they do TVs and stuff or what? My go-to headphone. I'm wearing headphones right now. Wisecrack, that is true. That is true. So I don't need a new pair. My old pair, I've always been a Sennheiser. I'm brand loyal to Sen. We've talked before about like what my brand loyal to. I'm brand loyal to Sennheiser. They've never done me wrong. My first pair of headphones, Sennheisers, were from uni, and they lasted about 6 years before they started going, and they were like 20 quid. My second pair, which were a pair of these, I broke because I sat on them. Because I was so excited about getting an Uber that I ended up sitting on my headphones. That does make sense. I don't quite know how to explain it better than that, but I was getting an Uber Eats order in, and I ended up sitting on my headphones, and I broke them. And I think these are my third pair, or fourth pair maybe. But I always get the same... Why am I doing this, by the way? You should do this, you fucking clown. There you go. Sorry. So I always get Sennheisers. So I'm brand loyal to Sennheiser now. My go-to is Sony WH-CH520. I'll have a look at them. Oh yeah. They look quite small. The cups look quite small. I need big cups because I've got big ears. Personally, I also don't want open ear ones. I don't think they're open ear, but I don't want open ear headphones. I want closed ones. Biodynamic. Let's have a look at these then. Let's have a look at these from Snorbuckle. I think you've mentioned these before. Open ear. The open ear snore. I don't want open ear, but they do look good though. They're proper studio headphones, those, aren't they? Yeah. Open ear, unfortunately. Momentum 4s are what I'm looking at. Sennheiser Momentum 4s. They'll do the job for a long, long time. If you want close, they do DTC70. Oh, okay. DT770 Pro. Fucking hell, it's hard to say that. I'll take a look, Snore. I think another thing with these is that I know what Sennheiser sort of cups are like. These are HD 206s. And I believe the first ones that I got were HD 202s or 203s or something like that. And then I upgraded to the 206. These are about 30 quid, and they've lasted years, and they're really good quality as well. But yeah. Can you buy the Mario headphones from HMV? What are they, Sophie? Am I going to have to look this up now? Super Mario Bluetooth headphones, Jesus. They look like they break within a week. I also don't like those headphones that fold up like that. I don't trust them. I bought cat ear headphones from Home Bargains once, and they lasted 2 days before they broke, which was good. I think there's a couple of clips with me wearing them, but that's it, because they broke very quickly. Got some Philips Fidelio X2 HRs over a year ago, which are open ear, but fuck me, are they comfortable? I mean, they might do a closed ear variety. I'll take a look. Oh yeah. I think a lot of these that you're recommending, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they're really good. Like the biodynamic ones and these Fidelio ones, they look quite beefy. I don't know how I feel about having big beefy headphones, whereas the Momentums are quite lightweight. I think. Possibly. So I don't know. I have both the user closed when playing music. Yeah, that makes sense. Pretty small, but they come with an app to adjust how you want the sound to be. So I always have the bass all the way up. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I'd do that as well. Always have the bass up. There's no other way to listen to music, is there? Right, let's dig out another. Let's dig out this one then. So what level is this at? This is a 4872. Right, I don't know how I'm going to do this then. I've got to figure out the distance between these because there's 3 between these, each of them, isn't there? Yeah, there's 3. So you got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Right, let's try and calculate this then. They'll do a job for a Linda Ronstadt. I don't know what you mean by that, Leopard. Is that a euphemism? Is that 3? 1, 2, yeah. See, we got 1, 2, 3. No. There. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then one more. 1, 2, 3, here. There you go. So that needs to connect up with this here. Like that. Sort these out as well. Nice. Sorry, I'm just going to check that these went. Yeah, okay. I like the circular cups of the biodynamic over the ovals of the Sennheiser. They give my ears more room to breathe. That makes sense. It does depend on the shape of your ears, doesn't it? I think ovals suit me better. I've used circular ones before, and they've always felt a little bit like they've never felt like they've sort of. I forget that I'm wearing these sometimes. Like they're that comfortable for me. I feel like I don't get that from the circular headphones that much. You know. But here's what it is. For a long, long time, he said. Oh, is that a Linda Ronstadt? I don't think I've ever listened to a Linda Ronstadt song, to be honest with you, Leopard. I'm sorry. I know that's very unlike me to say that. But, whatever. The classic curve within the curve. Exactly, Adam. A curve within a curve. This is going to look... Once this is all like... what's the word? Terraformed out, it's going to look... very good. I do wish this wasn't gravel white. It's causing me a bit of grief. Just a little bit. The basic city pop style. It does get more bass as it goes along. Yeah, I know. I was going to add just other Japanese music into it that I've got, but then I thought it's a bit too much of a tonal shift or whatever you want to call it. It felt a bit too weird. You know. You're an Animal Crossing character. My it's a circles, yeah, perfectly round. I was thinking about Animal Crossing the other day. I can't remember why. I might have had a dream about it or something. I've not slept well either during this, like the last few weeks that I've not been about. I've not slept well at all. I don't know what it is. I just can't. I'm tired, but I just can't get to sleep. I'm not thinking about anything either. It's just that I can't. I do go through that sometimes. I don't think it's the weather snore because it's been like it for. It's probably been about 3 weeks now. It wasn't that warm 3 weeks ago. I thought it might be the weather, but I don't know if it is. I'm not like particularly hot or anything, or I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Yogurt welcoming. How's it going? Secret Miku fan, yeah. Did she sing this? Is that what happened? So what we can do now is basically, if you cut out all this middle bit here, all the way out to here, do that. Do 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 do. Tossing and turning, thinking about how you miss chat. I know. Weirdly, I find it really odd. The best sleep that I've had in the last few weeks is when I had a fucking tube up my nose. I don't understand why that was a thing. Right, I've got to get rid of this snow. So let's Charlie it. Let's Charlie it, folks. That's my new term for using a Charlie bucket. Doesn't really work, but I've had the same. Maybe we're just psychically connected, quite possibly. Sometimes I have these periods where I could just go like that and I'm just asleep. And then sometimes I'll do that and I can't get comfortable in that position and then I'm fucked basically. You know. Good morning, V. Welcome in. How's it going? Lovely to see you. If you want any help again, I've got something tube size for you, mate. Thank you, White Crank. That's very generous of you, mate. Very noble of you. Noble. There might be a joke in there somewhere, possibly. If you try hard enough. I've had a lot of problems with this snowfall and stuff. It looks great, but when you're wanting to get rid of it, it is a fucking pain in the ass. So it's just a lot of water buckets and then removing them and that sort of thing. Because I can't use the world shaper on this until the snow's not there. For some reason. I don't quite understand how it works. Maybe it's time for permanent tubing. Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't want to do it again, to be honest with you. If they fucking turn around and go like, oh, the test thing was broken, you've got to do it again, I'm just going fuck off. I just fuck off, mate. How about that? I wouldn't want to do it again. It wasn't like terribly, you know, it wasn't like I couldn't do it again because it was so traumatic. It was just that I'd really rather fucking not do it again. It felt like an eternity when it was happening. And now it feels like nothing happened. Truth's left, folks. I'm all alone. Climate change, yeah. Doesn't fucking help that I'm sitting there and fucking playing Minecraft all day. Oh, and Michael's back. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm still all alone, folks. Let's put it that way. I still feel alone. You know? What a fucking faff. In fact, I could probably use the... There we go. Do 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 do. Honey, I love you. Is this a basic city pop song? Because this is one of the first that I ever heard, but I don't know if it's like a basic one or not. Do you know what I mean? It's a banger. It is good, isn't it? Is it Tatsuro Yamashita? Oh, look at that. So fucking satisfying when you just do that. Yeah, I could sit and mine it all out, but... Oh, you bastard. Okay, well, I've got to redo all those then. And that one. That's good. That's fine. I'm going to do that again. I'm also going to just change the weather to clear for the next 28 days. Because I really don't fucking want it to snow again. So this needs to be 1, 2, 3. There. 1, 2, 3. So I'm very briefly concentrating for a moment. It's all about the maths. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Why are we making a lake? It's just a temporary lake. Look at that. That's gorgeous, isn't it? That's gorgeous. So then here, for probably, I mean, what length, what are we on there? 4, 5, say 4, 5, 4. Oh no, 4, 4, 8, 7, 1. 150 blocks, 4871, so we're going to 4720. Oh, Jesus, it's quite far. But we're going to make a big train. Yeah, if we go up to about here, all that is just going to be a flat train yard. I will have to do a lot of terraforming here, but whatever. Whatever. Did I get a Lotus Biscoff cheesecake? I haven't. I haven't been to Morrison's, you know. I still haven't been to Morrison's at all. I've not been to Morrison's for fucking ages, actually, thinking about it. Can you get little ones? Is that a thing? Welcome in, by the way, Kieran. Can you get little ones? Are there little ones that you can just, like a little individual one? Or like a little pack of 3 individual ones or whatever? It's a tad more niche than something like Stay With Me, yeah. Stay With Me is like a fucking, that's like the Plastic Love. It's like the fucking quintessential ones, aren't they? I suppose. Basic City Pops, Plastic Love and Stay With Me, but they're both still bangers. Oh, absolutely. Sainsbury's refused to take money off me. What for? Fruits, what have you done? Sainsbury's are so wank. Morrison's soloed so hard. I was going to go to Morrison's on Monday because I had to go into a place that was right next to the Morrison's. I had an appointment, but then they ended up doing it over the phone, so I had no need to go in. I could have still gone, like, but I didn't. So I would have gone in at that point, and I just didn't. Shame that, isn't it? 4 AM mention. It's a good one, this, isn't it? What's coming up after this? We've got 4 AM. You might not know these by the song name. Broken Eyes. Office Lady. Office Lady's a good one. Then there's one that's got a Japanese name that I don't know the name of. It's by Meiko Nakahara. I guess we'll find that together. We've got Fantasy. Telephone Number. Telephone Number's good. Magic Ways. Summer Babe. And then we're not far away from that point, from fucking Stay With Me. When Plastic Love starts playing, I've got to end the stream, because that's the end of the playlist. I didn't expect to go on for this long, to be honest. Office Lady's great, isn't it? Office Lady's so good. I love the fucking bass on it. The bass on Office Lady. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's a shame so much of it is fucking slap bass, because I can't do slap bass. Annoying, innit? Might be something like Fantasy. Fantasy's the one after it. Fancy is the one after it. It's not Fantasy. It's something. I'll translate it. Hang on. I'll translate it. Gigolo. If you're familiar with that one. That just looks like I've just Googled Gigolo, but in Japanese as well. And the fucking AI overviews come up in Japanese as well. That's interesting. Would you like, I'll put that in the chat. There you go. There you go. Have a read of that. I don't know what that says. It might say something really horrible, but I'm trusting. I know I probably shouldn't do, but I'm trusting Google AI there to not say anything particularly horrible. I'm going to put some like little offices up here, like a little signaling center on this catwalk. I think that'd be quite nice. It's weird that the sort of catwalk is sort of see-through. It's just a definition. It says BapyCal's a gigolo. I don't quite know what a gigolo actually is, so I don't know if I should be insulted by that. Bro, why are you spamming the chat? I'm sorry, why is it English only, please, folks. That is important. This is going to be a lot of terraforming to do this. I don't know how I feel about it. But at the same time, I would really like a train yard. It'd be great fun. Yeah, it might be. I just don't want to ruin the fucking... Remember the forest? Yeah, I do, actually. I don't want to ruin... Look at the state of it on the map. I don't want to ruin the terrain too much. You know? Fuck me, the fucking Waluigi's massive, isn't it? Have you seen? Oh, this is the thing we were looking at in the very last stream that I did. Bark's little Excalibur Arc place. If you've not seen this yet, Bark's been working hard on it. It looks really good, actually. It's got some little fucking Balamori style houses going on. All these little buildings they've been doing. And then down here we've got a little subway station. I believe, was I doing the tracks down here last time, or was that... I can't remember. That might have been... I think I was doing the tracks down here, wasn't I? So all the tunnel down here is done. So it goes all the way down there. And also all the way down there. And we've got a little bay platform here that we'll put something on at some point. A little pacer train or something, I think. Might be nice. But it looks good, doesn't it? It's getting there. I wasn't convinced about the vision. Oh, I also put a little mage tower here, and to celebrate, I put I say to celebrate, because I put it on the day he died. I've got a little where's he gone? There he is. And actually, oh, it's got Brian Wilson up here, and it just plays Shortening Bed on a loop for ages. It's very fucking loud. Wrong button. There you go. So that's the thing. That's lovely. That is lovely. It's what you would have wanted. To be immortalized in a random Minecraft server. Yeah, the city's coming along though, isn't it, Yoga? It looks really good, doesn't it? I should say, Yoga, I don't know if anyone told you, but we're on an updated mod pack at the moment. So if you hop back on, you will need an updated mod pack, but I can send you it if you want. I was gonna send it, and then I think Fruit said they might update. We've got like a wiki now, and Fruit said they were gonna maybe just update the wiki and then send that to people, but I don't know if that's been done or not. I can send you the mod pack though. I think it's updated like one mod, which is probably useless for you. Look at it from here. It hasn't been done because I'm a failure. It's all right, Fruits. I'll send you it over, Yoga, and I'll send the instructions as well of like the folders to copy over and all that sort of thing. It looks great from here though. Actually, to be fair, it's just that this needs terraforming. I keep dying in caves and struggling to find my stuff. Is keep inventory not on, Yogurt? I can't remember if it is or not. And we've got graves on as well. Oh, it's not. Okay, I thought it was. My mistake. Graves are though. Yeah. Okay. Well, like I think, you know, if you want to play survival, of course, that's fine. But if you ever do just get sick of you're constantly dying and you just want to go in creative, just literally just let us know. Because everyone who's in it at the moment is just on creative. But it's up to you. I don't want to be constantly like, oh, you can do creative, you know, by the way. If you're just like, actually, I just want to play survival. I just want to torture Miltax. That's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair. I don't blame you one bit. Not one bit. How's High Bixby getting along? No. Don't matter. I can't believe how many times I fucking forget that. I specifically called it that so that I knew that anytime someone potentially came here and was like, oh, it's called High Bixby, it's going to fucking activate their phone if they've got a Samsung. But it weirdly didn't light up that time. And the person who's fallen for it the most so far has been me, unfortunately. But it is what it is. I do like this bit of track that I've done. This little cutting down here. I do need to set up the signals properly. There are signals, but they need to be properly placed and semaphored and all that sort of thing. Why are you cheating in the game? Why don't you fuck off, Wisecrack? Please don't, mate, actually. Please. Both my meetings have been rescheduled to Monday. We're so back. Very nice. You're going to fucking hate Monday, though. But that's fine. I guess. I suppose that's okay. Is it worth me? No. It might be. I don't know. I was going to make a milk farm to get revenge. That would be interesting. I don't know how you do that, Yogurt. I have no idea. Best of luck to you, though. I have one meeting at 2 and literally have to do nothing in it. Well, that's alright in foods, isn't it? That's not bad. I'm just thinking, is this yard being... How long is the Lekar... What is it called? North Yards. So that's 695-ish to... So that's only about 100. So if I make this at least 120, possibly. Ideally, that's going to be long enough. I don't know what's just fucking happened. What's just happened? Nothing. Plans to trap a line of mill tanks and you'd create to poke them with buckets. Right. But where's the outbreak knights? Because it's not me. It's not me. Yeah, that'd be interesting, that Yoga. It might work. It might well work. I'm not very good at create at all. Apart from the train stuff, I don't really know. So what I want to do is that, just so I know where I'm going. So we'll start at 4871. And we'll just go down to... Oh, it's Office Lady, folks. Turn it up. I always think with that alarm clock at the beginning. I'm going to play it again. If you watch on YouTube, you're going to hear nothing. I'm sorry. When he hears that fire... It should start fucking playing Fireman Sam. That's what it needs to do. It should. Absolutely. No. Hello, welcome in. How's it going? Lovely to see you. What did I say we were going down to here? 4820 or something like that? Was it 4871? So we go 4721. That's 150. Ooh. Right, so it's here, which is a little bit fucking annoying. But that's fine. We'll put a block there that I know is my block. We'll put a little block of bamboo there. YouTube doesn't get city pocket. It doesn't. It's VOD only. Otherwise, especially now that I've got the partner thing, like I think that I've got to be a little bit more careful potentially about like monetization and stuff, and putting copyrighted music in. Because if I do a 6-hour stream, and I put one 20-second excerpt of a song in it, the whole video gets demonetized. So I think I've got to be a little bit careful about it, you know. Not urgent at the moment necessarily, because I don't get monetization from ads or anything like that. But for the future, maybe. I don't know. Howdy. I've boogered me shoulder, but apart from that, all is well. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it heals up for you soon. That's rubbish. I fucked up my foot when I was walking home the other day. I don't know what, I was just walking. And I just felt something in it just sort of go. I don't know if it was a cramp or if I'd like pulled something or something, but it was very fucking uncomfortable. I fucking had to limp home. Why am I doing this? Oh crap, it's getting rid of... Oops. No, don't get rid of that stuff, you cock. We can later, but I don't know if we need to do it right now. Or whatever. This song generally does just sound like Fireman Sam a bit, doesn't it? It's got the same sort of shuffle beat. It's got the same sounds, the same guitar sound, the same bass sound and all that sort of thing. It kind of just sounds like Japanese Fireman Sam. It's because I'm ancient, yeah. It'll happen to you, maybe. Possibly, if you're lucky. Just having a wonder in the next time my ankle's like, fuck you. Did you ever sort out your ankle thing, Fruits? I mean, I assume you did. This was like last year, wasn't it? When your ankle went all weird. Did that just sort itself out? Or what? Sounds like good fun times, it's fine. People, honestly, Sophie, the people, I say this, I'm only 28, like, but the people who sort of go on about, like, everything hurts when you start turning 30 and all that sort of thing. They're over exaggerating a little bit. They're putting it on just a little bit. They want your pity. Yeah, you do get odd like pulled muscles and cramps and back pain and stuff like that, but it's not like it's not terribly noticeable. Having said that, I'm only 28. There's still 2 years for this to get fucking worse for me. So. It absolutely is true. Not for me, mate. Not yet. Pretty much turns up and sorts itself out. Oh, weird. Do you remember when you had to go to the hospital and stuff, Fruits? Did that just sort itself out? That's really weird. I've no pity for dinosaurs that were wiped out when the asteroids hit. Yeah. It's very very kind of you to say that, Sophie, actually. It takes a bit to kick in, but by the time you're 35, you'll see. I always forget you're like at least 35, Nerdman. Freaks me out a little bit. I'm 30, Leopard's 39. Yeah. Very odd. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it, Fruits? Really weird. I tell you what I bought during we had a bit of a heat wave, haven't we? And it's cooled down a bit, but it's meant to be really hot again this weekend. It's meant to get up to like 29 on Sunday. Yeah. These things. They were recommended to me by someone who's no longer with us. They're not dead. They don't come in the stream anymore. You get I got a pack of 3 of them on Amazon. This was a couple of years ago. A pack of 3 on Amazon for about £6. If you get them in the winter, they're cheaper. But you freeze them. You freeze them, and then at night you just put them on your body, and it cools you down. They're very nice. You can also microwave them when it's cold as well. So they're freezable and microwavable, which is good. I do recommend them. Would anyone like a link for them, actually? Because I've probably still got the link on my Amazon. See if I can find it. I had to double check, see if my Amazon was showing on stream. Them, it's not, thankfully. Thank the Lord. Some of the shit on my wish list, honestly. I've got 3 kilograms of fruit pastels. Here you go. They're £8 at the moment. This is going to be a horrible link, folks. I'm really sorry about this. In fact, I'm just going to get rid of all that information. There you go. Midge, welcome in. How's it going? Kitty's hiding in the wings to be ageist. Yeah. It's horrible, isn't it? It's really weird having people in here that are younger than I am, because I'm actually quite used to being the youngest person in this stream. Typically people that are in here about 3 to 5 years older than me. BapyCal, yeah. Just feels a bit odd. You're all mid-20s in my mind. Don't break the illusion. I mean, I'm 28, so. But Yoga, because I've known you for so long, you're like just eternally like 22. For me, the same as Gundy. Gundy's like 23, but he's not. I think he's actually like 25, 26, but he's still 23 to me. I'll take that. Yeah. GP just sent me a text about offering weight loss medication. Are they calling me big? I get that, Sophie. Not about weight loss necessarily, but I get it about my pharmacy. Goes on about, are you suffering from women's UTI or something like that? I'm like, no, not this week, mate. But ask me next week, and I might be. You never know. Never know why I get that text off them. It's weird. I saw something in the news. I don't want to get into this too much, but I saw something in the news that they're doing research into some of those weight loss jab things because a lot of people are getting pancreatitis from it, allegedly. Don't know. I don't know anything. Let's not go into this, folks. Let's not. I'm not equipped. If you're hot, you should put the insides of your wrist under cold water. That is what I do, Sophie. That is what I do. It's the nearest part of you. What's the word? It's the nearest part of your body to the outside or whatever. It's just a fucking terrible way of wording it, but you know what I mean. Not too much younger than you, to be fair, but I'll enjoy my youth. It feels like I've aged immeasurably in the last 3 years. Kitty. I really have. Right, I've got to do this again, folks. God, this goes on for a fucking while, doesn't it? Where does this go on to then? It's there. Jesus wept. Get rid of them. Ooh. See, a lot of these are just snow blocks, but you can't tell which one's a which, really. It's a bit of a fucking pain. It's a good one, this, isn't it? I mean, they're all good, let's be honest. It's Jesus wept, not Jesus swept. Why would Jesus be sweeping? Both are strange. No, Jesus cried. He wept. He wept for our sins or whatever. Or something. I'm surrounded by old people in this stream. Yeah. It's fair. I'm entering a period where I'm no longer the baby on Twitch. I've always felt like I'm the youngest person on Twitch, and I'm not anymore. And I don't know how I'm not dealing with it particularly well. You know. Got to clean the floor, yeah. Jesus, be sweeping. Be sweeping away the sins or something like that. That's got to be a thing. Jesus whinged. Jesus moaned. That's another reason why I'm probably glad not to be on TikTok today, because someone with a fucking Christian cross emoji in the name fucking hate criming me. Because I've said that. I said Jesus moaned and they've taken it the wrong way. Was Jesus a virgin? Do we want to do this? Is this a bit fucking edgy atheist sort of Ricky Gervaisy kind of? Talk. He moaned. There is some legitimate theological debate about that. I'd love to hear about it. the Jesus Shagger truthers, or whatever they call themselves. I assume it's something like that. It's fine, like you can just type in the Twitch chat. It's not a problem, mate. You don't have to type in the Minecraft chat. It's just a joke. Just a little joke. I get ads for the same weenie condition that Mark Sharp has, so unfortunately I'm somewhat familiar with the condition. Oh, that's good. Educate yourself, Kitty, you know. It's good. Oh, here we go. It's getting really basic, folks, isn't it? I don't have the thing on that has all the song titles and names and stuff. I figured it'd be a bit useless today because, in fact, I'll show you. It'd be a bit useless because it's just in fucking Japanese, and so you're not going to understand what the artist is. Just Shazam it. Just Shazam it. It's hard to say that. Did he get nailed on that cross? No, that's not on. Jesus. I mean, Jesus, yeah. Yeah, fucking Ricky Gervais resubbing in a minute. I say resubbing like he subbed in the first place. Don't believe in Christianity, but I do believe Jesus fucks. Yeah. I love the idea that the phrase "don't believe in Christianity" just makes you sound like you don't believe that it's a thing. Like Christianity is just not real. Like those people who say Finland's not real. God, the snow's not clearing from these bits, is it? It's a little bit of a fucking pain in the ass. Finland isn't real. There's I say conspiracy theory. But it's one. I think it's one of those jokey ones where people say Finland isn't real or something like that. I saw people. I think this is the latest right-wing thing for those who are interested, by the way. I saw people this morning saying that you shouldn't use sunscreen because it gives you cancer. I think that's the latest right-wing sort of grift, is that sunscreen is a bit woke. And actually you should just fucking burn yourself and get skin cancer, because that's tough and manly, and that's what humans were built for and all that sort of thing. It's that sort of, we had sunscreen, we lived without sunscreen for thousands of years and we were fine sort of thing. It's like, well, you know you fucking weren't fine because fucking life expectancy was about 20. Some fucking mad people out there, honestly. We did ask where I can find the passage, yeah. It's getting blasphemous in here today. It is a little bit, isn't it? I do apologise, folks, if anyone's a bit religious. Even though Jesus would hang around prostitutes, I'm sure he was a virgin. Too big on that Holy Trinity, Son of God grind. Yeah, you know, fair play to him. Fair play to him. Do you reckon he hung around with them because he was like... because he was hoping to get something in return, or do you think it was like, if he was around now, he'd be like modding in some sort of OnlyFans streamers Twitch chat sort of thing, and like sending like $10,000 worth of bits to them and all that sort of thing? He was a cock. I wouldn't go that far, mate. Just want to say, Nerdmo's views do not necessarily reflect the views of BapyCal. I don't necessarily think that Jesus, quote-unquote, was a cock. I don't think there's enough evidence either way to make a call on that. I don't think the word cuck is used in the Bible at all. It fucking should be, though. Is that all the snow I've got rid of it? Yeah, it is. No, it's not. That one's funny. It's the sunscreen that does it. It's fucking ridiculous, isn't it? I say let them suffer, yeah, but at the same time, Kitty, it'll be people fucking telling the kids not to do it, and that's when I get a little bit sort of... It's all well and good saying to these people, like, oh, it's your own life and all that thing, but it's not only their own life. There was a fucking thing in the news the other day about a woman who, again, I don't want to get too fucking heavy with it, but there's a woman who a young woman, and she died of cancer because she got cancer, and then her mum was a big conspiracy theorist and told her not to get chemo and was telling her like to do loads of like alternative fucking shit. And she just fucking died. And this is the problem with it, is that these people, they don't just affect themselves, they fucking affect everyone else. You know? Anyway, not to go too heavy about it, but let's fucking steer away from talking about people dying of cancer, shall we? That's my own fault, isn't it, folks? I leave 15 minutes in yogurts here. You were gone for far longer than 15 minutes, Kyle, I think. Not to call you out on that, but yogurt's been here for a good half an hour, 45 minutes at least now, I think. Possibly. I don't know. I might not be on for much longer, folks, actually. I might clear this up and then I might be done. It's 27.2 in here now. It's getting warm. But that's fine. I need to take a little bit of a break. I love them. We did X for thousands of years and we were fine, but if you ask them why they need a huge truck, they get furious. Yeah. Why aren't you just sat there eating nuts and berries? You know? Why are you wearing a shirt? Sorry, I'm really fucking engrossed in this. Oh, I could oh, you bastard, I've gone one too low. Shit. My fault. Jesus was a carpenter, so he built his own cook chair. Good grief. Good grief, as our dearly departed Tall Nerd TV would say. Good grief. They do reflect the rest of the chat's beliefs. Yeah, that is true. Just not mine. That's my get out clause, you know. Doesn't necessarily reflect my beliefs. It does reflect everyone else's in the community, though. And what does that say? What does that say about the space that I've cultivated? That everyone sat here going, Jesus was a cock. I've gone down far enough here. I've not ever. That's far enough. Jesus loved to watch John do a bit of baptizing, if you know what I mean. Good grief. How did we get to this? Her mum was Noel Edmonds. She fucking might as well. No, her mum was like some prominent... She was an NHS nurse who got sacked or something during COVID or around the time of COVID. And then she went full proper like right-wing conspiracy sort of grifter type. And was like doing all these, it was like all these sort of no mask protests and stuff. It's a bit fucking dark, to be honest with you. I don't know if she got sacked before COVID started or if she got sacked when COVID started because she wouldn't take a vaccine or whatever. I can't remember. Either way, she's a fucking idiot. Is that this done then? For the most part? I think it is. I think it is. I mean, it's a real fucking eyesore, but whatever. Gordon Bennett. Yeah. NHS nurse gets sacked and goes against everything she was taught in all the years of education. I know. Well, it just makes you wonder how she fucking got through the years of education without going, actually, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. Do you know what I mean? I don't quite understand that. I find that a little bit odd. Look at that. Bam. 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 Good that, innit? So that's dug out. So I'll build a train yard here then. I don't know what I'll put in here exactly. Excuse me. But the idea is it'll probably loop around. Or if this line comes down here, it might actually just hook up to it from here. That might be all right. I might do that. I mean, this is a long term though. This doesn't even have to do a loop at all. I mean, it kind of does, but I can just do a temporary loop that's like a really shit one. I can probably just loop it from one track round to the 4th track or something like that. I don't know. My nurses are into that shit. I them say to patients, they just, I've seen them say to patients, they just need, I mean, I don't understand how they get into that role, into that line of work. It's fucking bizarre, isn't it? It's madness. My mum's a new nurse and she literally still falls for anything she sees on her phone. New app. It's so weird, honestly. Magic ways! Oh, to be a nurse and go through an anti-vax for an arc, yeah. They walk among us. It's terrifying. It's terrifying stuff. Folks, I might leave it there. How long? I don't know how long I've been on for, to be honest with you. I haven't even fucking paid attention. 3 hours. That was like twice as long as I thought I was going to go on for. I think we'll leave it there for today. I'll work on this sort of offline. More stream, please. No, it's getting too hot in here. I've got to go out as well. I'm going to go down to the shop and get a fucking Mogu. When do I think I'll stream again? Great question. I should be on at some point next week, Sophie. I just do little sort of morning streams, Sophie. They normally go on from about 9:30, 10 till 11:30, 12 sort of thing. So they're just usually for a couple of hours. I've gone on for a bit longer today. Because we had a lot to talk about, to be fair. But hopefully some point next week, Sophie. I don't know when. Tuesday. I don't know. I'm just saying Tuesday for the sake of saying Tuesday. I'll try and maybe put a warning in Discord when I'm going to come online, possibly. In the morning, I'll probably say I'm going to come on in a bit or something like that. We'll see. It was nice being on. Thank you all for being here, folks. I do appreciate it. Thank you for putting up with my extended absence. It's not really an extended absence though, because it's not been like a massive sort of fucking, you know, I do sort of go 2 weeks without streaming sometimes. It's not like a big fucking problem. I just suppose compared to what I've done for the past month, it's a bit different. I pay escorts to nurse roleplay for me, but it's just them telling me how COVID was fake for 45 minutes straight. Fair enough, Wisecrack, if that's what you're into. As your hard-earned money going towards that. I respect that. I respect that greatly. It's been nice and chill. Good to see you as always. Thank you very much, Yogurt. Thank you everyone for being here. I do appreciate it. Oh, Nerdmo got done by Automod. Misogyny. Good. Let the cunts fry. Wow. I'm going to warn you. No, but I'm going to send you a warning. There you go. A bit of misogyny, yeah. Just to wrap things up with a bit of misogyny from there. I've got no one on for a raid, folks. It might have to be Marine Mammal Rescue, unless anyone's going live now, and I can't sit here and do the fucking Prads Go Live bit for 10 minutes because I really do need to go. It's fucking boiling in here. It's 27.2 degrees. Across the line, yeah. Matt, thank you for the resub. 13 months. For some reason, Matt, it said 2 months on my Castelabs thing. It's 13 months. Thank you very much. And Prads, thank you for the resub as well. And Knights, thank you for the 10 bits. Thank you very much. Mo's not going live. Fair enough. We'll go and raid Marine Mammal Rescue, shall we? Oh, Funk's on. Who's Funk? Sorry. You're going to have to forgive me, though, but this might be someone that I've just as Plastic Love plays. I haven't even timed that, but that's good, isn't it? We are ending now because Plastic Love's on. This is someone. Where's the Funk? Thank you, Nerdmo. I've heard the name. A lot of these people, I've heard the name and I just don't follow them because I'm a prick. Yeah, we'll raid Where's the Funk then. Bit of music, lovely stuff. I almost pressed the fucking knock button there. That would have been fucking terrifying. Someone that I've never interacted with before and I've just knocked on their stream. That could be fucking terrible. Thank you all for being here, folks. Let's do it then. Let's do it, shall we? Let's go on a raid. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be on next. Hopefully some point next week. I'll come on hopefully once or twice next week. if I can. I don't know what we'll be doing. We might just do some Minecraft if I've got stuff to do. Ooh, there is a, when's the, oh yeah. I might do some Train Sim World actually on Tuesday because the Manchester Airport DLC comes out. So we could do a Train Sim World on Tuesday possibly. That might be good. Manchester Everton, yeah. Yeah, Manchester. Yeah, it'd be good that it goes through like Stockport and stuff, which should be interesting. Don't know why I specifically mentioned Stockport there, but if anyone's from Stockport, be sure to tune in for that. Yeah, it'd be good. All right, folks. Stockport mentioned, yeah. Take care. Have a good day. I'll see you about probably. And thank you again, folks, for the payout that I got last week or 2 weeks ago. Thank you very much. Very, very generous of you all. I will start saving it and scrimping and putting it towards something, possibly a Switch 2 or possibly just a Steam game or something. I don't know. There is a Steam summer sale on at the moment, so I'll have to have a proper look, but we'll see. Yeah, take it easy. I'm going to go now. All right, have a good one. Bye.